Hey, Kung Fu. Looks like you're the first one here, and you're asking about a BattleNet question. It's not real Diablo. What, you mean Slash? Because you're asking a BNet related question, and I'm not right now playing on BNet, but I do know a few things about BNet, and I might be able to help you. Um, but I need to know exactly what issue it is that you're running into. Assuming you're still around. Like, are you coming across some kind of error message? Like, what's the situation there? Try to log in. You're disconnected from BattleNet. Please log in again. Reinstalled. So you reinstalled and it's still like that? Okay, 1 second. Yeah, it sounds like, here, I'm just Googling right now, seeing if there's anything about it, because usually there's like other people who come across these issues. Are you using a VPN? That is one reason it could be the case. Because I'm looking right now and you okay? You're not using a VPN. You reinstalled, played around with firewall, even tried on another computer. Have you tried accessing the... because this is the thread I found, okay? I'm just gonna link you over. So this is what I found. And yeah, like, you have one set of CD key, or no, wait. A lot of people have a working CD key, working connection. Apparently they have some IPs, like, IPs blacklisted, I guess, on BNet. That could be part of the problem. I'm not entirely too sure. Yeah, I mean, it's exactly issues like this that led me to play on /Diablo in the first place. Think about buying it so I can play on another key. I mean, I guess, but you also got to consider that just switching over to a different CD key might not actually fix the issue. Yeah, you gotta be careful about that. It might not be like a CD key related issue, it might just be like a connection issue, so I don't know how much good that'll do you. I mean, I'm rooting for you, of course, but driving me there too. Yeah, I mean, you can try getting another CD key if you want, and then seeing if that works for you, but I don't know if it'll be a CD key issue. You can always give it a try and find out. That's no big deal. Or maybe borrow somebody else's for the install, but that shouldn't really have anything to do with it. At least I don't think it should. Having said that, I mean, if you really can't get on the game, I don't know if you're very like super committed to BNet specifically, but Slash might be worth a shot if that's the case. Specifically for this reason, right? Like sometimes you'll just encounter these errors which prevent you from playing the game, even if you want to play the game, and you can buy as many CD keys or change ISPs or whatever, or well, I mean, changing ISPs is not an easy thing to do by any means, so preferably that shouldn't have to be something you resort to, but maybe that'll fix the problem. I really have no idea. If you have like a laptop or something, maybe try playing from, I don't know, a local Starbucks or some shit, and see if that works. And if it works there, then it's probably a connection issue, I'd imagine. So that's what I'm thinking anyway. Yeah. Sorry I couldn't be more helpful on this, but usually when people come across issues, it's like, oh, well, I tried to hop onto the game, but it won't let me. And I'll just, or it's like, okay, well, what's the error? And then they'll give me this error message. I'll be like, oh, well, just run as administrator, and then it should be fine. Or I can say, like, maybe just try reinstalling the game, but, I mean, this is one of those weird ones. You have a, no, I'm not talking about, like, I'm not just talking about, like, how good your connection is. Like, I'm not telling you to play on Starbucks because of, like, because maybe you have, like, shitty net or something. I'm saying you should go to Starbucks because it's, like, a completely different connection, like, a completely different ISP, different, I guess, location from where you normally are. And, you know, if you can, like, let's say you have like a laptop or something, right? And if you can't play from home, but you can play from anywhere else, then yeah, that's probably a connection issue. Not because necessarily you have a bad connection, because Blizzard seems to have a knack for imposing these very strange restrictions on people who are trying to play the game. So. Of course, if there's others who might know more about the issue, press I'm banned because I was playing small band. I don't know what small band is, I'm afraid. I have no idea what small band is. Feel free to clarify for me. Can't every rune drop? I'm at eye level. Perhaps now it's fast again. Okay, I'm not sure what you mean by small band. Bad connection, slow. Oh, okay, I see. Well, fine. Give that a try and see what happens. If that solves the issue, then great. I mean, all the power to you. Yeah. I am partly curious though. So you said that you wanted to play on BNet. Did you want to take part in the new ladder reset from a month ago? Like, what's the story there? Why BNet? Alright. Let's see. How do I want to do this? You just want to play? Well, I mean, here, I mean, I don't know if you gave this a shot yet, but you might want to consider just want to play some Necro. You might want to consider giving this a try. I mean, I'm playing on /Diablo, which is, it's as close to vanilla D2 as you'll get, playing with other people without the bots and dupes. Because yeah, BNet obviously is vanilla gameplay, but having bots and dupes and whatnot, it definitely changes up the way the game is. Here on Slash, we do have access to things like map pack and multi-box, so you can load on multiple windows. This makes it a lot easier to mule and whatnot. But the characters, the rune words, the items, the areas themselves stay the same. So if your goal is just to play Necro, it might be worth giving this a try. They even have now a new launcher, which should make it easier for you to hop on here. Once again, I'm just throwing that as an option because, yeah, if you don't want to deal with Blizzard and CD keys and getting temporarily restricted for whatever bizarre reason, then you might want to consider switching over. Oh yeah, absolutely, it has seasons. Yes, it does. Seasons reset every 3 months. So the last reset was actually I don't even remember when the last reset was. It was like a month. I think November the 22nd. /Diablo ladder reset. Yeah, no, November the 22nd, I believe. Yep, November 22nd, 7 p.m. Eastern. That's what it was. Online, offline? Yeah, it's online. It is online. You can see right now, like, that's fast. It usually takes me a month to get an Enigma. Yeah, fast. Well, I don't know what you mean by fast, but yeah, it is, well, It's faster than BNet for sure. BNet takes like 6 months to reset, but 4 months is, I would argue, a healthier time because like 6 months is a long time to wait. That's like twice a year, and you know, being able to play on reset night 3 times a year is more chill. Some people have pushed for 3-month seasons, but I honestly think that 4 months is good. It gives people some time to recharge, unwind. Anyway, once again, just throwing that out there as an option. Definitely worth checking out at the very least. Of course, if you can get on BNet, if that's where you want to play, then all the power to you. But if your goal is to play a Necro, you might actually have a lot of fun on Slash, because there's a lot of quality of life stuff. As you can see, there's actually a community of people to play with. It's a bot-free, dupe-free private server, so people aren't allowed to run bots to get you through the game, or to like this is the thing, right? When it comes to bots, like on VNet, you'll have a lot of people who are level 97, 98, 99. Those people are usually running bots 24/7. Here it's nice to not have to deal with that. So just throwing it out there. Oops. Here we go. I've spammed that enough. And yeah, there's a new launcher, and also it's cross server, I guess you could say. Cross server in the sense that now you don't care about bots, you just solo grind. That's fair. Then if that's the case, I'm surprised you don't just play offline then. I don't care. Yeah, like if you're just playing the solo grind, Pluggy might be an option too. Let me hook you up with Pluggy, and then I'm probably going to get started. Because I started my stream and I haven't actually done anything except for Mule. Buy new keys from Blizz? Yeah, sure, absolutely. But I'm just throwing you some alternatives. If your goal is just to play solo, just have some fun on your own, which is totally chill, then Pluggy might be your best bet. If you want to play with others, then, probably BNet is fine, but if you want to play with others and you don't want to deal with bots, then Slash is the way to go. I would argue so. Yeah, there you go. That's just, throwing some options out there for you. Best of luck to you. Grinding TV. Okay, sounds good. But yeah, sorry. Give that a try. Like, try buying new CD keys. Also, I would recommend trying to get like if you have a laptop, go to a nearby, like a different Wi-Fi network and seeing if you can hop on Diablo 2. Because if you can get on BNet from somewhere else, then yeah, it's a connection issue. Not because you're lagging, but because perhaps they might have blacklisted your IP for some reason, right? Like, it's just theories that I'm positing out there. Okay, cool. Your stream. Okay, so yeah, I'm just making a post on the Slash subreddit, and then I'm gonna get started here. Okay, save that again. Alright. Cool. So, I don't hack games / computers, I hack people. Okay, well that's an interesting claim to make. But still, I'm not sure what that has to do with D2 specifically. In this case, it has nothing to do with hacking, it's just about trying to get it to work, and trying to use a different net is one way to try and make things work. And so is trying to use different city keys for this game. Maybe I'll do a quick rush stream. Yeah, I'll probably post the stream after I'm done this rush. Speaking of which, I might have to hop on my barb to carry out this rush. It's a lot better for that. I just realized that my stream's been going for a bit, so let me this up. You don't use map hacker bots. That's fine. That's fair. I am trying to. Well, I'm just saying, like, Like if you're like I linked you Pluggy, because it's if you play single player, you might want to have a lot of the quality of life functions that Pluggy has, and if you don't want to deal with botters, then Slash is the way to go. That's all I was saying. Whether you use hacks or not, I don't know. I don't really. It's not really something that I'm gonna bother you about. But yeah, that's just some thoughts. I mean, when I'm playing on BNet myself, I don't use bots either. Uh, and when I'm playing single player, or when I'm like actual single player, not when I'm testing builds, or when I'm playing like on BNet, I'm not going to try to use cheats because that just wouldn't be fair to the people who are playing legit. But here on Slash, where it's kind of the norm, I do use map hack here because that's kind of what's expected. Actually, that's a little loud. One sec, let me turn the volume down on this. There we go. Oh, I so can't wait to get multi-server for US West because yeah, this double tally thing is kind of annoying. Okay, there we go. Good. Okay, city. Hey, Moon Chili. Oh, I fucked up. I went the wrong direction. I'm supposed to go this way. Ha. Yeah, how are you doing, Moon Chili? And, thank you. I'm just in the middle of finishing my remaining... Well, actually, I'm trying to carry out a rush for somebody on Slash Diablo, but... later... Huh, weird. Oh, I know why I flagged these Bone Warriors. I flagged these Bone Warriors because of... I flagged these Bone Warriors because I used to do the pits with my boa, and I needed to mark those as monsters that were tougher than usual. Thank you for being background noise while I seal glitch my fresh new Infinity Light Sword. Awesome. Hey, want to link it in the armory? I want to check it out. I haven't got cube. No problem. Sorcy. Alright. Monster in front of my way. I gotta see... Marcos! Hey, I gotta see this MF Zealer. Also, Happy New Year. Yeah, same to you. Happy New Year to both Anaya and the Moon Chalet. Hope you're both doing really well. So long, achieve... all in line. And get your own A3. Okay, cool. It works, but I'm just a bit squish. I see. Do you have a CTA? Do you have a bow barb? Either one of these might help you out by quite a bit, along with a sword torch. Actually, I mean, I haven't. I need to actually take a look at the character myself, but I'm gonna finish carrying out this run. Anyway, yeah, sorry, Marcos. I would love to show you my Zealer, but oh shit. I'd love to show you my Zealer, and I will. I just need some time to. Run this, do this rush for this guy, and then I'd be more than happy to hook you up. Running CTA, interesting. Okay. R1 in it's 1 in 11 times 1 in 11 times 1 in 7. Yeah, there we go. So whatever that comes out to, so that's like 1 in 828. Is that right? I don't remember. I suck at this math stuff, so something like that. maths. Alright, so managed to take us up to Taltoon. Oh yeah, this guy probably needs that Q. You take my statements with a grain of salt. I was maxing 3k HP max block each day before getting my Infinity up and running. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, that'll do it. Let me actually take this time while this guy's popping this thing open. I'm gonna pull up your character. Sorcy is, I believe, the name. So let's bring that girl up. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. There it is. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna get through this easy peasy. Once again, I apologize for the delay. I am not the biggest fan of splitting away from what I was originally planning to do, but yeah, I do want to get this guy on board with being able to get through the game. You know, gotta promote some camaraderie in the Slash community. Although, like I've mentioned in the past, I am not the biggest fan of always carrying out rushes, just because usually, like, if I'm off, like, if I'm not streaming, then it's usually fine, because I'm not really taking up anyone's time but my own. But also, I feel like people get a lot more out of actually playing through the game than they do when I kind of just, like, get them through it. So, that was just, those are some things to keep in mind, I guess. But anyway. You're rushing with a Barbie. Kind of impressed, but confused too. Oh, that's easy. It's because this season, so Marcos, this is your first time being here, or this is, were you here at the start of the season? Because I mean, at the start of the season, I was talking to people about what my plans were, and essentially my plans for the season involve trying to get through the game with a Barb. Like, not like playing through the game, but like actually gearing up my Barb from scratch as a melee type character on, for the entire time. Because the last time I played my Barb was when I went the Pit Singer. I don't remember if you were there for that season. No, I don't think you were. But I had this Pit Singer, and that was the only season I'd ever played a Barb. And I always wanted to make like an actual proper melee Barb. So I took the time to actually figure out how to set one up. As you know, every season I play a different character, and this season just happens to be the season of the, well, sorry, let me rephrase that. I've played a different character every season leading up until last season when I went Sork. So I was like, okay, what are some other things that I haven't tried that I'd love to do? And this season I decided I'm going to play a Barbarian, and I will have a side character which is going to be my MF Zealer. Yeah, so I'm running two characters, but both of them are melee, and that is kind of the main theme of this season. Next season, I'm going to be playing an assassin, but I'm not just going to be going any assassin, I'm going to be going a Phoenix Strike assassin. So I'm kind of still in the middle of trying to work that out. I really don't know how that's, like, I spent a bit of time trying to, like, hash out the details, researching different ways to make that build work, so on, but yeah, overall it's a lot of fun. You talked about your Shout Barb. Yeah, the Warcry Barbarian, or I believe the running name for it is the Singer Barb. Okay, there we go. So I think I've shown my. Oh, whoop, that was unexpected. So yeah, with regards to the Shout Barb, or the Warcry Barb, I actually, ran that Warcry Barb that season, but I wanted to actually have a melee Barb because, one of my big goals here was that a lot of people would talk shit about Barbs and they'd be like, oh, yeah, you shouldn't start with a Barb, and, it's, like, really difficult to get started early. Well, certainly not as easy as, like, a Sork or, like, a Necro, I guess, but still, I think people think that it's worse playing as a Barb than it actually is. Part of the reason for that is you need to play Barbs a specific way, or rather, like, a lot of people don't know that the base weapon damage that you have really impacts how strong your character can be, so it's definitely something I wanted to explore this season. I wanted to showcase something very different, and this happened to be the case. Anyway. You good for now? I think that's the end of it. Yep. Yes, that is right. Need other help? Feel free to ask in /-c. Luck, okay. For yeah. Okay, cool. Sorry about that delay, guys. Alright, now let's get into the main, I guess, event for today, which is going to be the Zealer runs, right? So, Marco's, I'm going to show you my... well, actually, let me start off like this. Your seasonal goals, it's understandable. Oh, yeah. Speaking in terms of just rushing. Oh, sorry. I should have been more careful about... or I should have been more direct then. In terms of rushing... I am rushing with my Bard because I don't have any other character to rush with. That's the that's kind of what I was getting at. Like I don't have a Sork, so how am I going to like what other character would I rush him with? My Pally? Like I only have 2 characters this season. What the fuck? Okay, that's weird. Okay, but yeah, I only have 2 characters, and the Pally is one of them, and the Barb is the other. So there's that. Okay. Where were we? Oh yeah, I was looking at the Sork here. Yeah, because I think earlier, yeah, earlier Moon was saying that his Sork is kind of squishy, but I don't know. It seems pretty durable already. Oh wow, even has a 40 MF GC. Has an Annihilus, even has a Sork Torch. 15-18, not a bad one at all. And here is the offhand. Oh, wow, even has a 4BO CTA. Yeah, I don't know. I guess, like you said, you gotta take it with a grain of salt because you you switched over from a Hammerdin, 3k HP Hammerdin to a Sork, which, well, I mean, Hammerdins are notorious for being extremely, extremely durable, so I guess, yeah, I'm not too surprised that you were having issues with the, that you're having more issues trying to stay alive with the Sork than the Hammerdin, because Hammerdin is like... Hammerdin's as easy as it gets as far as staying alive is concerned. Maybe with the exception of maybe like a Trapson or something, because those are really safe. Or those are really safe, and they have high health, and they have Focus Shadows, and Claw Block, and Burst of Speed, and Fade. Like, they have an overall very nice kit. Swisher, you're saying he doesn't have 117 FCR either. Well, originally I was thinking he doesn't have 117 FCR too, and then I realized that he's wearing 3-piece towels. That's why I didn't say anything, because 3-piece towels gets him straight to 120, I believe. That's right. So yeah, he actually does. And besides, I didn't want to say anything either because it's his build, but, yeah, I try not to, unless people ask explicitly, give them like, oh, well, this is what you should do. Yeah, yeah. But hey, nice to see you, Swisher. How you doing? So, yeah, alright, let's get into the Hammerdin's OP. Yeah, they are. Well, they are and they aren't. Here's the thing. Like, it's funny because I remember Slayo had actually made a post on, like, the best Sork build discussion, I think, a couple of days ago. And here I was thinking to myself something that I've been mulling over in the 4 years I've been playing on Slash, or 3 years? Well, I'm going to call it 4 years because it'll feel a bit worse. So here's the thing about the game. Like, Hammerdins are very strong in the sense that they just never die, or it's very difficult for them to die, but at the same time we also got to consider that they're not actually the fastest clearers on Players 1. Like Nova Sork, Light Sork, arguably, Poison Necro, all of these are builds that are less durable, but a little bit faster than a Hammerdin is. So yeah, no, Hammerdins are, though, very strong. They do a lot of damage. They don't ever have to deal with well, they do have to deal with monsters that have immunities, of course, but this is a highly uncommon occurrence. Only finding them in places like AT and, of course, Wave 2 of Duri, I guess, are the 2 things that are probably. Anyway, I'm gonna go back, sell some shit, and then I'm gonna continue the runs. My build, aka can't afford COH. Yeah, that's fine. H-dins are boring but efficient. Here's my hammer. Well, here's I mean, efficient in terms of what exactly? Like, here's the thing, right? As a Hammerden, if you're trying to full clear Chaos, players 1, it takes you maybe like a minute 30, 2 minutes. But you could probably run you could run a Poison Necro through, well, no, full clear Hammerden, I don't know. I actually think that's closer to 2 minutes. With like a Poison Necro, if you gear yourself properly, you can do like a minute 20 or less in some cases. If you're doing Seal Glitch, that's something that you're going to want a Sork for, of course, because they can hit like the fastest speeds with teleport. So, I don't know, I just find it interesting. Like, I'm not trying to trying to downplay that, oh yeah, Hammerdens are ridiculously strong. You know, they're basically unkillable, and they can kill pretty much anything once they're fully geared, but save for me, well, even Ubers they can deal with if you have the right setup. But yeah, I guess just what I'm trying to say is you also got to consider that, yeah, there are other builds that also specialize very nicely in doing other things too. Even if they're not as strong or as durable or as versatile as a Hammerden, they do each have their strengths and weaknesses. See, that's another good example too, Kung Fu. Thank you for bringing that up. See, I'd forgotten to mention that. Like, Javazon, fastest clearer, right? Like, see, here's the thing. Javazon, is it the fastest clearer though? Like, fastest clearer in terms of which area? Like, in terms of doing what? Like, okay, cows? I mean, I guess you could argue that they could be the fastest clearers in cows, but then you also got to consider, like, especially in P7, I'm pretty sure they would be considered the fastest clearers for that. But if it's like players 1, like on Slash, then you gotta consider that there is the Poison or Corpse Explosion Necromancer. That's a very strong contender. Poison Necro too. If you're gonna be running like WSK or Throne Room, then that's a job for a Light Sork, or Light Sork would probably be faster for that, right? Like, you see what I mean? Like, I'm not... Oh, and definitely in Chaos, I would peg a Hammerden as being faster to clear Chaos than Javazon. So really, when we say, like, fastest clearers, we also got to consider, like, where we're trying to farm. Like, what are we comparing here, right? Like even a Barb, right? Like, if you're going to be running Trav with, like, a Sork, yeah, you can clear Trav probably quicker than a Barb. However, the trade-off there is that you can't hork like a Barb can, so yeah, there's a lot of different factors to consider, I would say. Oh, hey, JBLPS. Hammerden's just so annoying to play. Oh, I don't disagree with you on that. Like, I know some people really like playing Hammerdens. They feel like part of the reason being that they feel strong. And, you know, they don't mind the way the hammers spiral. I personally mind. It sounds to me like for you also, it's probably kind of annoying dealing with the way the hammers spiral. It is AoE in a sense, but it's also this type of AoE which can be a little bit clunky at times. Not as clunky as Tornado, like from Druid, but still very annoying to deal with sometimes. I can play for like 5 games, then my hands hurt. Interesting. If anything, I would expect the Hammerden to be one of the classes that at least had this issue. Hey, by the way, X5. Frenzy Barb cleared CS pretty fast. How fast is fast? Like 3 minutes? 4 minutes? 5 minutes? Is this with Seal Glitch? Without Seal Glitch? When I'm playing, when I'm running Chaos, usually I'm like running it with Seal Glitch, so for me, like, a fast run would be like 45 seconds, right? Like, well, at least on Slash, that's the other thing too, right? Like, I'm playing on Slash. If it were vanilla, then probably be closer to like a minute 15, but because I have access to map hack here, and I'm running these on players 1, like a fast Chaos run for me would be like 40 seconds, well, 45 seconds even, right? And that's what I push for when I do my Chaos runs. If we're talking about full clears, then for me, like, a fast Chaos run would be like a minute 10, arguably. Oh, hey, what's that? I think those are keystrokes, right? Yes, those are indeed keystrokes. So, 2 plus 2 keystrokes. T-strokes. And I'm going to take a moment to actually address some of the things that were said, especially because Marcos is around. So this is the build, by the way, just to address what you were talking about previously. You wanted to see this Zealer in action, and this is the Zealer in action. Yeah, 957 there. This is my Zealer in action. As you can see, it's pretty nice, I would say. Not as fast as a sword getting there, but melts Duri really quickly. Hey, Fishbones, good to see you. Don't forget your bow shouts and spirit. Actually, here, what else were you talking about here? Smash the like, you fools. Hey, JB, LP, or that was, I didn't see your message from way back. Sorry about that, JB. Certain times the hammers just don't agree with me, especially versus, yeah, exactly, versus Vipers that charging zombies. At least with Nova, Poison Nova, Hurricane, they're strict AoE. Like, you know that the monsters in that AoE will get hit, assuming that you're not lagging or desynced or whatever, right? Kung Fu Joe was also saying, can Poison Necro kill bosses? It can, but definitely you're not going to want to... See, that's another thing too, right? Like, that's something I didn't even get a chance to talk about. Bossing, right? Like, Poison Necro is great for AoE. Actually, Necros in general are great for AoE, even just off of Corpse Explosion, but if you try to get them to handle bosses, well, they're best... the easiest way for them to deal with bosses is amping the boss and letting their merc deal with them. If that merc has Infinity, if they have EBOTD or something. Yeah, right? Like, it's definitely not a Necro's job to be bossing a lot of the time. That's for crowd control. Javazons are much better at killing bosses, like individual bosses specifically, with roughly as much AoE. You have Sorks who, well, they're pretty good at both, arguably. I don't know. It's like, I don't want to overgeneralize because even within the different classes there are lots of different variations of builds, right? Like, Poison Dagger, yeah, well, don't really think that it's the norm to see a Poison Dagger Necro. Well, here's the other thing too. I never actually tried a Poison Dagger Necro, so I'm not gonna, I can't really, I don't have much of an informed opinion about it, but I know people will cite like, oh, this thing does 100,000 damage with Poison Dagger, but one of the things I'm wondering with Poison Dagger is that, if we look, oh wait, no, I'm not playing a Necro right now. Poison Dagger usually is done over the span of like 16 seconds or whatever. It's like, it's a very lengthy poison. Yeah, that's why, like, when people say, oh yeah, Poison Javelin, you can get it up to 140,000, it's like, okay, yeah, you can get to 140,000, which is great, but this is 140,000 over like 25 seconds or something like that. It's not to say that the amount of damage is trivial, it's just, it's something, it's like a very lengthy DOT. It takes time for that to take effect. You can't stack multiple poisons at a time, right? So, rare Spiderweb Sash. That's a big oof right there. Oh, that's okay. No big deal. A tree climber on TV looks nuts. Yeah, that'll do it, dude. Just finished zealing some cows at the moment myself. It's a slog. Yeah, like, here's the thing. If you're running a Zealer, then you shouldn't expect that, yeah, it's going to be a cakewalk, or cows going to be a cakewalk. Like, melee builds are kind of a wash, I would say, for cows. Like, yeah, you can whirlwind through cows, yeah, but, like, you know, this, like, a Necro with CE and a really powerful Merc is just going to do the job faster. Like, it's just sort of how it is. I mean, of course, people can feel free to, like, prove me wrong on this one. Which is why, like, when I play melee builds, I like to focus, I want to focus on the build's strengths, right? I know that with a melee character, like, this is why I'm running Duriel in the first place. I know that this character isn't that great at running cows, same with the Whirlwind Barb, which is why I want to focus on quality over quantity, if that makes sense. Like, I go to... yeah, I don't care about that small charm. I go to, like, Duriel, because I know that you know, bosses, Duriel specifically, can drop really good items. He's already dropped me 3 Arachnid Sashes. I think he's dropped me a total of 7 facets now, or 8 facets with 100 MF, right? Trying to think of some other examples. Like when I play my Whirlwind Barb, of course I go Trav because I know that I have Find Item, and you can find item on council members. So that's why when I do my 1,000 Trav runs, or 2,000 Trav runs, sorry, I think it's gonna be 2,000. I'm gonna be doing it with my Barb because he's got Find Item. That's just gonna be amazing. And, I mean, once again, if you want to actually do, like, volume farming with these characters, then I would not even recommend cows. I would actually be recommending, like, Halls of Pain, because Halls of Pain has flares, and flares spawn in big packs, which aren't as good as cows, but certainly you'll do better with, like, laying of hands, killing demons. Like, here, let me see if I don't even have the waypoint here, I'm afraid, but Halls of Pain flare farming, that's something which is very well suited for a Whirlwind Barb, or maybe not even just Halls of Pain, but you could go WSK flare farming, or just WSK farming in general. Like, that's not a bad idea. Or pits farming. I don't know. A lot of options. You at least oh yeah, Swisher. Yeah, absolutely. I would not run Duriel without a fucking without Duri bugging. Absolutely. Oh wow, this would have been a rare or unique circlet. Man, that's kind of it's a bit unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. I'll keep it as a nice little trophy, but why not farm meth? Yeah, it's just because this is Quest Bug Duri, and just in case you guys don't know about Quest Bug Duri, just curious with those lack of uniques. Well, that's part of the... Okay, so that's fair. I think what you should be looking more for is the lack of bolts and arrows, right? Like, that's the main way to determine if there's, you know, if I'm quest bugged or not. And yes, I'm getting TP scrolls, but that's unique to Duriel. With regards to the lack of uniques, that's probably a product of having only 100 MF. And before anyone asks about, oh, well, why don't you use like 200 or 300 MF? The whole point, the whole driving force behind this experiment in the first place was that I actually wanted to see, like, if you had like a decent amount of MF, decent meaning like early ladder obtainable, like, yeah, some people run Duri with 500% MF, like 700, well, okay, you know, 300 MF, like 500 MF, whatever. But early ladder, like day 2, day 3, you can't really do that. You'll have maybe like 100, 200 MF. I went with 100 MF. I think it's realistic to assume that some people would stack on at least that much before they start running Duri. So that's why I only stuck 100 MF on this character. If I really wanted to, I had 40 Yeeds. I could easily get sub out my current belt for like Gold Wrap. I could get like 7 MF SCs. There's definitely a lot of ways to boost my MF. That's not a problem. But yeah, I really do think the lack of uniques just boils down to not having enough MF. Yeah. And also a string of bad luck, I would argue. Yeah, I mean, like, there's some runs that I'll get, like, uniques 4 or 5 runs in a row, 10 runs in a row. Right here's a unique. But, I mean, I think also a lot of these uniques that show up are just useless. They're useless uniques. So maybe we don't pay much attention to them either. What weapon are you using? That's not a grief? No, it's not. It is called a Heaven's Light, Aldo. This was one of the weapons that I'm very nostalgic about. This used to be my go-to weapon when I used to play a Zealer or a Smiter. It doesn't look all that impressive on the surface compared to traditional alternatives like Grief, but it's got -% target defense, it's got Crushing Blow, and it's also got plus life after each demon kill, along with IAS and 2 open sockets. So the reason why all this is great is if I'm bossing, then this thing hits really hard when comboed with Decrep from Reaper's Toll. And also, yes, Grief ignores target defense, but this actually doesn't work against bosses. I think a lot of people don't know this, and I didn't know this for the longest time, but ignores target defense doesn't work against bosses, whereas -% target defense works at 50% of what's written. So in my case, I have -83%, which actually comes out to be about -41, 42% on Duriel. Yeah, it's a pretty solid weapon on the Pally. Highly underrated and usually overlooked, and just, you know, people would just Charcy this, but this is the kind of item that I would have early ladder offered a Mal for, just because it's, you know, it's a very core part of my build. Mal itself is actually pretty cheap, but it's still something that people value to get, like even right now, people pay Mals for like Tal Armor, Tal Ami, that kind of stuff. In my case, I would have early ladder paid Mal for something like this, just because of how, and I think I did pay a Mal for this, because yeah, like this is what's allowing me to do all of my damage, so that's kind of important. What else? Sorry, this was going way back, 20 minutes ago. Wow, there's been a lot of stuff. Thanks for tuning in, by the way, guys. Just want to give you guys the lowdown of today. I'm gonna be finishing the remaining, well, how many runs is it? I think 33 runs. Yeah, I'm going to be finishing the remaining 33 runs, and then I'm going to make basically not a mega post, but one of those, you know how every season I do this, I make a post and I say, okay, I finished running 1,000 Duriels, and these were all my drops. Well, if you guys are still tuned in, when I finish, I'm actually going to recap all of the 1,000 runs that I had gotten, and I'll talk about, I guess, how many high runes. Well, I mean, I didn't get any high runes from Duriel, but I'll talk about, I guess, my top 10 finds. In this case, I'm going to probably spend a lot of time analyzing the facets that I got, the arachnids, and I'm going to also try to peg like a specific value on how many ohms I've found from Duriel in these 1,000 runs, with 100 MF no less. So, yeah, hopefully you guys are at least remotely interested in that. These are garbage. Flag laws, sell this and that. Alright, good, done. FCR or all would have been nice. Cool res though, or all skills. Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Definitely FCR would have made it like people might have considered it, especially with a level 30 requirement. But you know, no such luck there. What else here? Happy New Year to you too, by the way, Fishbones. Just finished an Untwinged Player 2 two-player walkthrough today with a Skelly Master and Fury Druid. Wow, you got lucky with a Hell Slayer. Oh, that's always a good feeling. And you actually got a really good weapon upgrade for whatever melee character you're playing. Because, yeah, melee weapon is huge for your character. Like, in my case, I don't know if anyone noticed, but I've run this character. This character doesn't have a torch or an Annihilus. He really doesn't need these things to perform well. He just needs a good weapon. And as long as you have that good weapon, you're good to go. And of course, that's easier said than done. A lot of your gameplay will be spent finding this good weapon, but if you're doing a two-player walkthrough, then, well, yeah, that will help you a lot as a melee character. Overall, I hope you had fun with that two-player walkthrough. That's always a great way to play. Why don't you set a hotkey for TP? Isn't that annoying to have to open stash every time to make TP? You're actually right. I should actually be doing that. You know what? Switch that as a great suggestion. Granted, I don't really get annoyed by it, but it'll probably help me in the long run. Because, yeah, it's not as well, it's just easier to get to. It definitely speeds up my runs by quite a bit. But yeah, I'm just so used to doing this, or activating it from here because it's instantaneous, but you're right, I should be hotkeying it and using that. So thank you for that observation. That will help me for the remaining 31 runs of Duriel, I suppose. But I mean, I will be doing Trav, or running Trav, so I definitely need to make use of casting the TP with my whatchamacallit, hotkey, instead of trying to do it by hand, because 2,000 runs of Trav, where I try to use opening up my inventory, will probably slow me down. Trying to get my Trav runs down to be under 30 seconds with my Barb. So, yeah, we're going to see how that goal works out for me. Yeah. Okay, cool, great. Okay, let's see, what else? What else? Oh, well, there you go. So there's the uniques you were talking about, Swish. That's what I'm talking about. that. But I mean, none of these are useful, granted, except for this one. This might be the legendary Maras. I don't know. All right, I'll take some guesses. I'm gonna guess Rising Sun. All right, so unique amulet, first one of the evening day. Except that Maras. Yeah, well, we'll see. We will see. All right, here we go. And there are some high hopes that Swisher has that this might be a Maras. If it's a Maras, it's yours, Swisher. I'm guessing you're still playing. I saw you around this season. If it's a Maras, it's yours, no matter the number. Okay, I'm gonna throw that out there right now. But I bet it's a Rising Sun. If it's anything but, it's mine. Boom. See, Saracen's Chance. Close to Maras, but not quite. Is it worth charting down that item? Nah, I'm gonna skip that one. It's yeah, not gonna. Just gonna probably sell that. JBLPS, are you still around? You were saying I don't typically do this. I think a budget Tesla den could do them quick enough, though. That's interesting. The Sea Moon is nice in the packs of cows. Yeah, that's definitely something I should try doing more in the future. Going with a Crescent Moon. I know that a lot of people swear by Crescent Moon as a melee character because it provides static field, which is really as much AoE as you'll get as a melee character. Well, in one manner of speaking. I mean, yeah, you can say like, oh, well, with Whirlwind, I have AoE, or with Holy Shock, I get AoE off of the radial damage, but yeah, static field off of Sea Moon proc is probably, it's probably something that a lot of people really like having. Of course, yeah, I generally don't. If I do need, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about static field from Sea Moon. I have yet to use a build which uses Sea Moon on a melee character. Or at least explicitly uses static field on that character, I should clarify. Okay, great. I'm going to sell that. Garbage, and ooh, 11 fire res. Let's hold on to that one. 11 FR SC, I guess. Why not? Oh, there we go, Filler. Thanks for subbing out off YouTube. I guess this makes it a bit easier for me. I don't quite have the last ISBP, and it's not bad so far at cows. Okay. Also, I don't have light damage max. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, so what was I? Oh yeah, 11 fire res, small charm. I mean, at this point, I feel like I'm kind of drawing on straws here, as far as good drops are concerned, but, I mean, hey, whatever. I mean, that's kind of the nature of the game. Sometimes you get good drops, sometimes you don't. Oops, that was the wrong one. Okay. I mean, that's cool. That is cool, for sure. I mean, if you're quite happy with how you're plowing through cows, then I guess that's what matters. But I think I was just trying to say, like, earlier, there's been some people I've seen try to, like, run cows with, like, a whirlwind barb, or worse yet, like a Zealer, and, I mean, I don't know, probably not my cup of tea. Find something better, you can edit out that 11 FRSC. Yeah, that's very true. I mean, I guess. Ghost Armor, Highland Blade, Chris. But, I mean, I'm only doing 50 more runs, so it's really not gonna... I don't know why I wrote as SCs. There you go. I'm only gonna be doing 30 more runs or so, so I don't really see myself getting much more loot. It's not fast by any means versus Java or CE for sure. Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. But I mean, hey, people enjoy, like, I mean, I'm not much of an optimal, like, min-maxer myself, but I like to know, like, I guess, what each build's strengths and weaknesses are, so that's just me. Because, I mean, believe it or not, like, every build does have its strengths and weaknesses for sure, right? Like, one of the things I love... There we go. One of the things I love about... playing the Zealer Pally, he completely annihilates bosses, but he's not very good at, like... You know, if I were to try and throw him in the level 85 area farming, like AT or some shit, yeah, he's probably not going to perform nearly as well. So, that's kind of that. Going full ham and trying an Ormus with max light damage, I mean, sure, yeah, I mean, why not, right? That's kind of awesome, actually, that you're going, I think, you're going Tesla bin. That's definitely something I would want to do in a future season. Probably after next season, or probably I'll consider running that once I, at some point after I do my next season. because my next season, I've been really looking forward to it. It's going to be the season where I go my martial artist with Phoenix Strike. And I've been experimenting with different ways to try and make Phoenix Strike half decent, but it's quite a ride. It's been difficult for sure. Surprisingly more difficult than even trying to make the melee characters that I've been trying to set up work. Because it turns out that once you make it to like certain melee weapons, you're going to be able to get through most of the game on Players 1 just fine. What else were you guys saying here? Teleconcentration, 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 just knowing if you're going fast. Exo's saying, yeah. Yeah. Although with like a poison Mancer, it's also like tele poison nova, tele poison nova, tele poison nova, and that's not even factoring in the potential rotations of amp, lower res, or CE. So I don't know. This was from like a while back, but I was just looking at what Exofy was saying with his hands hurting from playing the hammer. You know, Hammerton. Don't forget your bow shouts and spirit every beginning of game. Marcos was saying, you mean for my pal? If I'm running Duriel, I don't bother. I don't need battle orders for this character. Like, that's, I mean, the whole idea is just teleport over to Duri and get the kill. In order to set up a battle orders, I would need to, like, it's inconvenient. Like, I'd need to get that guy in Act 1, I'd need to move both characters to Act 1, it's just not worth it for these runs by any means, and I don't know what the fuck is taking my work so long to pop decrep. Even hide. Okay, cool. Good. Right. Sell, 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 sell. Okay, cool. Next run. Hey Marcos, are you still around, by the way? I'm just trying to go through these comments that I missed. Fifth time in your stream. Talked about your shout bar. Phoenix Sin, interesting. Is Nats any good for Phoenix Strike Assassin? In terms of seasonal goals is understandable, yeah. Annie, yep. Shins are boring but efficient. Here's my hammer. Yeah, okay, so you are still here. Okay, good. Is Nats any good for a Phoenix Strike Assassin? To be honest, I haven't yet tried Nats. I'm just worried about trying to set up my character for day 1 or day 2, where I'm going to go on a limb and guess that I'm just not going to have access to Nats. Which means I'm going to need to probably shop for claws of some kind, ideally Phoenix Strike claws. However, it seems to me like Fool's Claws from Anya are also a very good option. Yeah, Fool's Claws, turns out, are going to be amazing for my Phoenix Striker. Oh yeah, and look at that, there's a nice Amarin right over there. One day, guys, it will be a burr. Just you wait. Sometime in the next century. Next decade, hopefully. Anything up until 1 or 2 patches ago, repel Bale's minions, yeah. 10 runs, start paying attention to my positioning with the Sork. I'm clearing CS much quicker than my Hammer doesn't even compare to cowing with my Nova and CE Necro. Yeah. Alright, cool. I've gotten through, I think, what you guys were saying. That's good. Anyway. Let me know if there's other stuff you guys wanted to chat about, but I'm just going to finish up these runs. Hopefully you guys are kind of hyped for the overall results of these Duriel runs. I'm hoping y'all are going to learn something new today with regards to Duriel. I used to be one of the people who would just, well, I used to be someone who would just shit on Duriel nonstop. A lot of people do this. It's a common D2 meme. The good old, I think they call it the good old 6 TP scroll drop from Duri. So because of that, no one ever really thinks that Duriel is a good place to farm, but in reality, if I were ever to do a pluggy Holy Grail, I would probably run Duriel, to be honest. I would quest bug Duriel in particular. Like, I would try to set up, like, if I were just trying to power through the game, right? And I wasn't trying to just like mess around, have fun, do some really weird challenge, and I need to do a Holy Grail challenge. One of the first places I'd start with is Quest Bug Duri. I'd probably set up like a Sork, and I'd just spam Quest Bug Duriel on like players 3 or 5, because the thing is, like, this is, you know, I'm doing these 1,000 runs right now with 100 MF. It turns out, right, that even though Slash has no drop 0, which there's really no way to simulate this on vanilla D2, like actual vanilla D2, like single player. There's no, like, you can't set it to player 7 and have everything be no drop 0 for most monsters, but when it comes to bosses, you can. Oh, there you go. There's one decent drop for the evening. War Boots, those are Gore Riders. I guess 196 ED. 189 ED. Okay, well, let's chart that down as a drop. 189 ED. 9 ED Gores, 978. Anyway, well, that's the thing, right? Like, I guess long story short, players 7 on single player is kind of equal to no drop 0 on Slash, for Duriel specifically, and also other bosses. I think this is also the case, sort of. I think they have different varying drop rates, but like, anyway, yeah, just for Duriel, you can actually get similar runs, or similar drops on both sides. So nice. Yeah, I want to see the facet ratio compared to Trav. Who's gonna win? Oh, I mean, for me, this is extremely obvious, but like, here's the thing, right? For so many years, people would say, "Oh, you know, Trav is the best place to get facets." No, I assure you, Quest Bug Duriel is better. Quest Bug Duriel is better. Like, trust me on this. Quest Bug Duriel is like, with no drop 0, it's like what? Just trying to recall here. It's like 1 in 100 runs with like 500 MF. In single player, when you have like a fully decked out character, maybe not fully decked out, but like you have enough equipment, you can do like even players 3 or players 5 Quest Bug Duriel if you set it up properly, and you're gonna be getting like, you're gonna be swimming in facets. I assure you that, man. Like, it's insane. Absolutely insane. Not even a contest, bro. Maybe if you hold a single TP scroll, you won't drop so many. No, dude. I don't think Duriel cares. He'll just drop TP scrolls nonstop. That's his job, dude. Like, it wouldn't be Duriel without dropping TP scrolls. Kind of a shame that they have this feature, but it kind of makes sense. Like, people getting stuck down there in Tal'Tum, so I don't blame them. But still, it is kind of silly to kill one of the toughest bosses in the game. Well, arguably one of the toughest bosses in the game, and then being rewarded with 6 TP scrolls. It's like, well, okay, thank you for this. It should have been like maximum 1 TP scroll or something, you know? Like, I don't know why they had to make it like 6. Like, look at this shit. Why does it have to be 5 of them? Like, why not just 1, you know? Like, why does it have to be 5? Or like maximum 2 or something, right? Like, I'm sure they could have hard-coded that in there somewhere. TP scroll machine. Yeah, no doubt about that. Here's the other interesting thing too, though, that I've come to realize. Like, I wouldn't ever recommend Quest Bug Duriel if you're trying to play BNet legit. I should point that out. Well, I mean, I guess, like, okay, because here's the thing, right? Like, I'm playing this on Slash, where I have access to no drop 0 and map hack. On single player, you have static maps, and you have player settings, so you can adjust the player settings at any time to correspond to what, well, I guess how difficult you want the monsters to be and what they can drop. On BNet, you don't have access to these to map hack. Like, if you're playing legit, you don't have access to replay or static maps which means you actually have to find them yourself. Like, you have to actually find which tomb is the right tomb that houses Duriel. And there's two ways you can do this. You can either manually check each one until you get the right one, or you can try and do Arcane first to kill Summoner, and then look to see which tomb it actually is. Like, I don't know, it's kind of interesting. Quite a mouthful, I get it, but I just wanted to kind of talk about this because Quest of Duriel is really interesting. It's really interesting to me in particular just because it's one of the only areas in the game that you can actually simulate exactly the same results on Vanilla D2, and it's going to be the same thing with my Trav runs too, because in Trav it's the same way. They have really weird drop rates. If you set them to players 7, they have no drop 0. Yeah, it's not the case with like Chaos or Cows or AT, like other 85 areas. So that's something to consider. Yeah, Filler was saying Duriel without map pack. Well, you can run. So this is the thing. At least with in single player, you have static maps, so that's fine. But if you're playing like BNet, yeah, that's kind of a problem. Let's just say. So that's whoa, shit. Yeah, let me just get out of the way. The thing is, like, even though I haven't been getting any good drops, I'm kind of glad. Oops. I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad that in these last 30 runs, they haven't ever swarmed the entrance into Tal's chamber. So that's one thing to be thankful for, I guess, at the very least. So you want to play by the rules. Yeah, that makes sense. Key running built in. Yeah, it would make sense to do that. Just run Arcane and whatever symbol isn't there is the correct tomb. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, those are the two ways you can do it, right? Like, the first way, you check each individual tomb if you don't want to run Arcane. And the second way is to run Arcane. Go find Summoner, and then after that, go and do Duriel. Once you know which one isn't, which symbol isn't there. However, the thing to keep in mind is, once again, if you don't have map pack, you also don't know which direction houses the correct, well, which direction houses Summoners. So you can actually do 4-way Summoner. You know, it's a choice between either 4-way Summoner potentially, or I guess potentially running all 7 tombs. I guess the Summoner option is probably better, and you can get keys off of killing Summoner. But I don't know. I'm just saying those are your two options when you're running Quest Bug Duri with this method, with like a single player on BNet. On single player, this isn't as difficult because you have static maps. I'll buy those keys, Gull for 6. Yeah. Well, you're not going to be doing it on BNet, that's for sure. Here it's different though. Here, yeah. I mean, this isn't even. Here, people have access to map packs, so it's not even a problem. So it's all good. All right, we're down to the last 14 runs, so let's just finish this up and we'll see. Yeah, on Slash. Yeah, on Slash, it's a different story though, for sure. Like, just a quick shout out to Swish. He's buying keys apparently. Although this is the thing I'm wondering about. You're paying Gull per 6 hate keys, or like 6 D keys or 6 T keys, or like some combination of those, because yeah, I can't imagine you paying Gull for 6 hate keys, considering how easy they are to get. Or maybe trying to farm for hate keys are beneath you, I don't know. Oh, might have to lure them away from that. Ah, there you go. Yeah, it's been pretty good. Whatever, 6 at the moment. Okay, Kenny 6, gotcha. Cool. Diamond, Giant Axe. Not picky, just trying to get a bunch of sets. Oh, that's totally fair. Yeah, I mean, still remember, and yeah, I mean, I've definitely sold you some keys in the past, but this definitely isn't going to be my MO this season. I'm going to be running Trav after this for sure. But yeah, I just wanted to finish these Duriel runs. Finish what I started. I honestly wanted to do this yesterday or the day before, but I got busy 2 days before. Well, wasn't available 2 days ago, and then yesterday I really just wasn't up for streaming. It would have been great to finish last year though, or last decade. Leave these Duriel runs behind me, but I mean, hey, this is fine. It's just another day, I suppose. Okay, 12 more runs, guys. Just hang in there. 12 more runs. Yeah, hope you all have some good New Year's resolutions. Or new decade resolutions. Be an interesting one, that's for sure. Alright. Trying to think of some other things that I smoke more weed and play games. Yeah, well, okay, there you go. There's some New Year's resolution. I also see Astaria, I think, is looking for certain items for his build too. Just a little fun side topic. I think yesterday, no, 2 nights ago, Astaria and I was talking with Astaria and he was telling me about a specific build he wanted to make for a Lightswork. He wanted to make a Lightswork that was very, very durable. And he had a lot of guidelines he wanted to follow. He was like, oh, it's got to have, I think, what, 60% faster block rate, 60%, or no, okay, 75 all res, 75% chance to block, 1500 health, 60% faster block rate, 60% faster hit recovery, and 70% faster block rate. I don't. Nah, I think I doubled up. Anyway, it was like a bunch of different requirements put together, and I'm just like, damn, dude, that's it's gonna be a tough one to set up. And now he's got. I mean, I had to sit down and really think about how you could put all of those things together. And at first I thought it was going to be a cakewalk. I thought it was going to be like, okay, well, I'll just throw these items together and it's going to be great. But it turns out actually trying to set up something like that requires a bit more. I definitely had to look for items that were out of the ordinary to set up such a build with all of those different requirements. Like, I'm here, just a fun little challenge for you guys before I go over what items I ended up recommending. Let me see. Yeah, so here, one second. Okay, 117 FCR, 75 block, 75 all res, 60 faster hit recovery, 60 block rate, or faster block rate, 1500 health, and 200 MF. There you go. Also 30,000 damage. That was the combination. So, fun little challenge for any theory crafters out there. Name me a build, or like a Sork build, that has 117 FCR, with 200 MF, with, yeah, basically all the things that I just said. Yeah, it was definitely an interesting one for sure. I think the last time somebody asked me to come up with such a build was actually Duzkrim. And Duzkrim was trying to get I think it was, I can't remember, I think it was Druid with 400 MF or something. Wants that much MF with that FCR, he's gonna need to drop light skillers just for MFSCs alone. Actually, it turns out that he doesn't. I could tell you what setup I'd come up with, but yeah. Ooh, unique ring. Okay, that's not bad. But yeah, it was definitely a fun exercise though. It's doable. It's doable, but oh, and I didn't even have Holy Shield up. Whoops. Istid Wiz. You know, I actually didn't think of Istid Wizzy. However, the problem with Wiz Spike is that you lose. Of course, it's a mantle. The problem with Wiz Spike is that you lose out on +3 to all skills from Hodo or Aki. That is the catch, and you do need to also hit 30,000 damage. So that it is possible to go Wiz Spike and still hit 30,000 damage, but you also got to take that into consideration. It was quite the exercise, because, yeah, it turns out there are ways you can hit that, but it's not as easy as one might think to put it together, and not impossible either. Yeah, because Swish was saying like, okay, you need if you want MF that much MF with that much FCR, like, you need to drop light skillers. You actually don't need to drop light skillers, it turns out. In fact, you need those light skillers because you need your 30k light damage. But anyway, 6-isted Crystal Sword for the last hit. That's one way to do it, but the amount of MF that he was looking for was 200. And as soon as you throw on a 6-isted Crystal Sword, it might be overkill. It's overkill for one specific thing, and not so much for anything else. If that makes sense. I don't know. Also, keep in mind he's not just running bosses either. If it were just bosses, then 6-isted Crystal Sword makes sense, but I think he's just trying to make like a general purpose sword for running like WSK and other 85 areas, from my understanding. So yeah, keep firing away. I don't know. I'm not trying to shoot down your idea. It's not a bad idea. It's just, yeah, it's things to consider because it wasn't easy. Here, let me go over that one more time. One more time, okay? And I'm gonna write this out. This is quoted from IST. Yeah, this was the build. 117 FCR with all that. Oof, it's gonna be pretty nuts. 117 FCR, 75% chance to block, 75 all res, 60 FHR, 60 faster block rate, 1500 health with South Bow, and 200 MF. So yeah, just for you theory crafters. Just for you theory crafters. What run was I just on? I fucked up. I kinda copied. Like, I'm copying and pasting the run number in, so. Okay, I need to go back and check. Also, let me adjust this. There we go. What the? 11830. Okay, here you go. It's a lot closer to what I've got. Okay. I'm actually a lot closer than I thought. Thanks, guys. Having you guys around, I guess, is making these runs feel a lot quicker. A lot quicker. Duriel run 995 is coming up next. Alright, let's do it. Duriel run 995. You only had like 12 left. No, not even 12 left. Even a Madman Bow once. That'd be a barb. Hey, Boomy. Good to see you. How are you doing? On Gores on 978, time for 979. No, that's okay. I don't want to skew the results because, like, if I just start arbitrarily at 979, then I'm actually adding an additional 20 runs to this 1,000 run project. It's already ran a bunch after that. $16.10 Barb Torch. You know, maybe I should pick that up. I could actually pay him. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a torch on my Barb. But then again, I should also look for, like, a good torch on my Barb. How you doing, Boomy? Happy New Year, by the way, to not just Boomy, but everyone who's tuning in. Didn't get a chance to say that. Gotta spread the positivity a little bit. Ultimate Phoenix Lightning Sorceress build. Interesting. Very interesting. Why Phoenix, though? Oh, Phoenix Shield. I thought you were saying Phoenix Weapon. Okay. I'm not going to skim through all of this right now, but... Oh, wow! That's pretty good. That is actually pretty good. You know what? Sure. Let me quickly switch the window for a bit before I move on to run number 995. So this is the... this is kind of the... this guy's build looks like. 95, 90, 95, 90. Probably rocking GA, I'm guessing. Always wanted to do that. Rocking GA on a specific build of mine that actually can use it. My pally right now, like, I kind of wanted to get... I wanted to get Guardian Angel on him, because that's what I originally used to use in my BNet days, but I didn't have a good place for it. It doesn't really help me at all. So... like for running Duriel, so I didn't bother with it. So just looking at this, Trex probably, T-Gods, Mage Fists, not G-Face, Guardian Angel I mean, Whizspike, Phoenix, Griffins I presume. I don't know what the rings are though, so kind of curious, but I don't want to skip through all of this. I don't really want to take too long here. Alright. Here. Guardian Angel, yeah, that makes sense. Man, this guy's stacked, like, it's pretty nutty. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty cool though. That's one interesting setup. I don't know, that's one of the things I love about this game. Like, there's a lot of, you can do theory crafting for sure. Granted, one of the main criticisms of the game is that there aren't really many ways to min-max a character. You know, like everyone knows that, you know, you want 117 FCR at least if you're a Lights Orc, so, you know, with like a Sea Moon or something, right? Like most people won't really vary up their Lights Orc builds, or like Cold Sword builds. Endgame Light and Cold Sword builds often look the same, but if you want to specialize it in something specific, like if you want to hit like, let's say 600 MF or something, that's when things really start to get interesting, because you need to find things to sacrifice for that. Anyway. Just gave D2 a tough brief and he hit it. Oh man. 8k armor, 95% block, 95 all res. You mean 75 block and 75 all? It's even possible. No problem, miss. No problem. As we're talking about. Welcome to the decade that was. Hey Muse. Good to see you. Happy New Year. I've been good, man. Is that I missed the research? Yeah, I mean, it's cool. There's always 2 months from now? Yeah, it's only 2 months from now. Yeah. A little over 2 months from now. So no big deal. And I mean, you could always get a late start if you want. There's still plenty of people playing. You know, it's not like last season where after WoW Classic came out, it became a ghost town. Yeah, that was interesting. Hey, USA! Yeah, long time no see. I don't know if he's on stream right now or if he's what he's up to, but that's another familiar face. Honestly, I'm a little bit upset. This is the one chat, like, I mean, I haven't really had much time to play the game lately. I've been dropping in whenever I could to chat with people, and also provide information where it needs to be provided. Like, if some people are asking, like, oh, well, you know, what item allows me to get this, and maybe I'll quickly answer them, or if people are doing price checks, maybe I'll give my 2 cents, but really haven't been able to get in any game time. Like, I haven't been playing this game secretly without people seeing. Like, if ever I'm really playing this game, I'm probably going to be playing it on stream so you guys have something to listen to, and I have people to chat with while I play. That's a lot more fun for me. But, yeah, I just haven't been able to do that recently. Hey, welcome to the stream, Nicola. I don't know who you are in chat if you said anything, but appreciate you tuning in. After 1,000 runs, I'm probably... Wait, no. 2k Travs. Also gonna post results of 1k on subreddit and analyze them on stream. I don't know if you can still hear me though. That's the thing. Like he was whispering me in game. I don't. If he's on stream, then I can respond to him here, and that way I don't have to type. But I mean, yeah, if he's in game now, then yeah, no big deal, I suppose. I don't know if he has any MF though either. Yeah, no, for sure. So many playstyles this game. Yeah, I absolutely agree. That's the thing, right? Like, that's also one of the reasons I really like playing on Slash. It becomes a lot easier to really like theorycraft different things that you can do in a way. Like I guess in Pluggy you can do the same thing, but I feel like on Slash it's like, okay, I have all these items. Your stream on second stream, can you hear me? With Barb or any other character? Definitely with my Barb. That's the whole, like, that was the main reason I made the Barb. My goal this season, my primary goal, it wasn't these Duriel runs, it's actually do the 2000 Trav runs. And Muse, quick shout out to him, has already run the simulations of these Travs. But kind of the whole idea behind me wanting to run the Travs was that I wanted to show kind of like what you could get out of running like 1k or 2k trabs, especially with Hork. This is the other thing. Something I noticed from Muses. Well, I guess you could argue that with Hork it goes from being like 2,000 runs to 3,000 runs or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like if you're running a barb with Hork, that's something that I guess the simulation doesn't, in a sense, take into account. So that's one thing I guess I have going for me when I run these 1,000 traps this season. So that's kind of nice. Do I play windowed or full screen? I play windowed. Yeah, I play windowed. I'm just used to windowed. I can't imagine playing this any other way, really. As beautiful as full screen sounds. Do people PvP in Slash? I feel like PvP was the major reason why I MF'd 1,000 years ago. Yeah, people do. It's not like the main go-to though, but it is something that very dedicated people, individuals do on this server, both on ladder and non-ladder. I think I dueled somebody a couple weeks ago, and this is actually my second last run. Oh yeah, shit, I should have done Final Countdown. One sec. This is a tradition that I usually do. Gotta play Final Countdown while I have this running. But let me answer what you're saying, and I'm going to do the last 2 runs, and then we're going to do this analysis of these 1,000 runs, okay? So stay tuned, guys. If you're going to be taking off, don't do it yet, because we need to... because, yeah, I need to actually go through these drops, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to be at least remotely interested in the outcome of these 1,000 runs. Anyway... but yes, so there are very specific individuals that do PvP from time to time. One of the reasons I played melee characters this season too is I wanted to make melee PvPers. I'm going to probably turn this character from the MF Zealer into like a proper melee character later on, same with my barb. But of course... but yeah, of course, like... that's not my primary concern right now. I just want to have those melee characters ready because I know a lot of people on the server like to PvP. They just don't have many opponents. We have like Pussinality, we have KDK, we have Laws, and many others who, maybe not like many others, but there's quite a number of dedicated veterans to PvP on Slash that I'd like to play against using a character of my own and not one that's necessarily borrowed. Giving away all the good finds too, right? Maybe not the great finds, but maybe the good finds. Things like Tal Armor, Tal Ami. I already gave some away, so no big deal. Just take breaks. Alright, okay, let me go play the Final Countdown, and then we're going to do the last 2 runs, so stay tuned. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna get the. I mean, it was fun while the final countdown lasted, but I'm gonna play my original music. Yeah, there we go. So that was 1,000 runs of Duriel. So now, if you guys are ready for, well, I mean, I see Swish and Muse both pointing out that I could go Ort and Chip Gem. That's pretty nice, I guess. So thank you, Duriel, for saving me 100,000 gold. At least you got a unique. That's very true. That's very true. At least I got a unique, but... Alright guys, there you guys have it. So that was 1,000 runs of Quest Bugged Duriel. So, now I'm going to show you guys... I'm going to show you guys what I have gotten in these 1,000 runs. So, brace yourselves, because it might be a little bit more disappointing than you might think. And, in fact... let me just set something up quickly while I do this. Actually, yeah, no, that's good enough. That MF Zealer did some MFing work. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Did quite a bit of mother effing work. That is for sure. But, yeah. I don't know. It's been quite a ride. Was definitely net me a lot of stuff, but not more than I expected. So here we go. Without further ado, this is the drops for the season, okay? Get ready. So these have been my results so far. Oh yeah, let me just get rid of this. I want the focus to be on just the drops. Okay, so I did these runs over the span of 6 game sessions. In the first session, I ran... That doesn't look right. That really doesn't look right at all. But apparently I did the first 300 runs all in like one go. That's probably 2 streams put together though. The following stream did another 200, did another 115 the following stream, did close to 150 the one after, did 200 last stream, and then, of course, there's today's stream. So these were the last results. Where did Burr come from? Burr came from Trav. This was the... Yeah, because I just copy and paste what's written in my... what I write in the loot section on the bottom. And one of the things I had, which shouldn't really be here, is a Burr rune from Trav. If you recall, or like I don't know if you were here for that, I was demoing my Whirlwind Bar build. I killed a council member and he dropped me a Burr rune, so that was pretty good. But yeah, this one was not from Duriel. This had nothing to do with my drops, so don't consider that into these items. Okay, great. So let me go over this. These first few items that I've marked down here, I actually forgot to mark down the run number with them. So just keep that in mind. Not that any of them are particularly noteworthy anyway. Trang gloves. So I guess probably the most important finds that I got in these 1,000 runs were the following, okay? Definitely this. Definitely this Arachnid Sash. Let's see. Definitely this 5/5 Poison Facet, which I need to put up for trade later tonight, since I know somebody's looking for that. This Arachnid Sash, I'm surprised I didn't mark down the ED on that one, but whatever. Let's see, I can always go back and grab it if I care, which I kind of don't. What else? You are forgiven. Yes, thank you for this. What other Arachnids? I think I got one other one, didn't I? Here, let me see. Arachnid. Okay, great, but I thought I had 3. No, I only found 2. Well, there you go. And then, of course, Facet. Oh yeah, that 11 Fire Res Small Charm. How could I forget? So this is the big thing I think people are curious about too. How many facets did I end up getting out of these runs? Oh yeah, here we go. Here's the other big one. I don't know why I didn't all caps this. So these are probably the 4 biggest finds from these 1,000 runs with 100 MF. Probably also I'm going to want to mark down... Oh no, I did find 2 Shakos. Wow, would you look at that. Shako on 165. And Shako... Man, I'm really not selling these runs of Duriel very well, am I? Tal Ami. Oh yes, I did get a Tal Ami. And 3 pieces of Tal set, but definitely not enough to be worthwhile. But what I can say is that these runs were definitely more lucrative than my runs of Pindle, my 5,000 runs of Pindle from a couple seasons ago. If you guys recall, I had absolutely nothing of value from those 5,000 Pindle runs, whereas even in these 1,000 runs of Duriel, which take maybe twice as long as those Duriel or those Pindle skin runs, I got quite a bit. Even with only 100 MF versus the 0 MF and the 300 MF. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so, overall, I really don't think there was anything else that I can really look at and say, man, this was groundbreaking. Oh, I think there actually might have been one other thing, though. Geeds. I think I found a 40 Geeds. Didn't I? Did I not find a 40 Geeds? I could have sworn that I had. Yes, here it is. I did find a 40 Geeds too. And an almost perfect Geeds minus the MF. So these were probably my biggest finds, just at a very high level. There we go. Okay, so these were my 5 biggest finds. Or 8 biggest finds. Or 9 biggest finds? I could add one more just to round it out. I don't know. What's the coolest item I found? Mara? Did I find an Oculus? Nope, I really didn't find an Oculus. Oh, I remember. There we go. Here's probably my other biggest find. There you go. There we go. So here you guys go. These were my 5 biggest, or my 10 biggest finds, I think. I'm pretty sure I'm going to chart this down on the actual post itself. But yeah, in order of most valuable to least valuable, it probably would look something like this. 5LLBK. That's something that probably is little... No, I've seen cold facets go for more than BKs. BKs, it's a struggle to get it even up to 1. Shaco, Tal, Ami, and Geeds. Okay, so these top 5 for sure. These have very stable values. Let's peg this down at 1.5, 1.5. Okay, this one, the weird thing about poison facets, this one's one of those supply and demand items. Like, a poison facet, I notice, like, you need to have poison masters who are actually looking for this. If you find poison masters who are looking for this, you can get 1.5 for it. Otherwise, mostly I've seen people will try to cheap this out, and then they're going to go, like, 1 instead. I mean, they're not cheap it out, but, you know, they're going to offer less for it. And then, of course, this one, somebody offered me an ohm for this, but I've never really seen it get pushed for more than an ohm. And somebody who expressed interest apparently no longer needs it because they gave up on looking for 5.5 cold facets, or else there could have been a bidding war to up this, but alas, no cigar on that. To 1. No Aki yet. Yeah, well, I don't plan to run more Duriels, so this is going to be the extent for me. Alright, so Muse, if you're still around, I'm guessing you are, and same to most of the people who are tuned in. So just these 5 items, I'd say, puts me up to 3, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5. If I look at their max values, or for these 3. If I want to look at the minimum values, then it'd be close to 3, 4, 5, I think, in total from Duriel. And then, of course, there's these 5 items. Say no cigar, I say no banana. Alright, fair enough. I prefer no cigar. Something about that just fits. You know, it's... Anyway, whatever. So, going back to these Shakos, though. Now, this is the weird thing, too, that I wanted to address about the Shakos and the Tal Ami. Most people would say, yeah, these items are like mal at the most right now, okay? However, Crankjaw with the, presumably somebody might be trying to clean his keyboard or something, I don't know. But, going back to it. So, going back to these Shakos, most people would say these are worth mal, same with the Tal Ami, because that's how much they're going for right now. But you have to consider that at the early ladder, these go, I've seen these sell for up to an ohm. And it's not uncommon for early ladder on seasons for each of the like the Shaco and Talami to go for up to 0.5. This is the very interesting thing, okay? And I will fight you guys on this. People will pay Vex for these if you get these early ladder, interestingly enough. So that's something to consider. And then, of course, Geeds. Now, I don't have a good price range for this. What I can say is that the last 40 MF Geeds I had, I sold to Corey for 1 ohm. So that's what I can PC that as. And then this is more of a cool find than anything else. It's max on vendor and it's max on gold find, but it's not a perfect Geeds because it's 2 points off of 40 MF. And, you know, the 40 MF is the most valuable thing about this. So this is probably like... This is probably not Charseable, but it's more like... This is like one of those no one really needs it, I guess. Carrying stuff from my car, watching on my phone. Alright, don't worry about it. It's all good, man. That's some dedication. Just watching me on your phone and listening to me ramble about the price values of all these. But yeah, hopefully you got your stuff into your house now. But yeah, so this is the overall, I mean, going back to it, this is the overall price, like the overall value from these runs, from the 10 largest items. All of these other like tiny items, some of them I could sell for pulls, mals, like I got High Lords, I could sell that for a mal, I guess. Each of these Dracs could be a mal. I really don't care much for them though. These were the big ones that I was looking for. Each of these, the big items, I guess, in quotes, big items, right? So if this were early ladder, 3, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, 9. I think it might very well be feasible to try and get an Enigma or an Infinity off of trying to sell the items from Duriel, to be honest. That wouldn't necessarily be a pipe dream. If you're running like a Sork with such high mobility and enough damage and a decent amount of MF, you just need roughly decent luck like this, and you should be able to do fine. It's probably a pull at the worst. You mean High Lords? Yeah. Well, at worst, like yeah, I would say pull, but early ladder, I think a lot of people want High Lords. Here's another one for you, Cat's Eye. That's one that usually goes for free now, but like this is the thing, uniques get devalued as the ladder goes on. One of the points, one of the things about these Duriel runs also was to determine like its early ladder viability. And once again, right, I can't really tell you guys, I can't really just write it in like as a fact, like, oh, is it worth it or not? I'm just leaving the interpretation up to all of you in this case. Like if it were the 1,000 chaos runs I did, I can say like, oh, I got 30 ohms, definitely worth it. But here, like, is this something you might, is this like a loot pile that you would want from running 1,000 runs of Duriel with 100 MF? You tell me. I think this is pretty solid. You get a lot of these early game items that people want or need for their builds or need to get going early ladder. You could sell a lot of these for pulls, mals, and then a lot of the big finds you could sell for low runes for if you had found like if I had found a 5.5 light facet instead, I could probably sold it for like Sur or something, right? Like and these Shakos, if I'd gotten them early ladder, then I could have sold them for closer to Vex. It's interesting how Shako price devalues. It starts off usually at like Vex or so in the first 3 or 4 nights, and then it goes down to Gull, and then to Is, and then to Mal, although the way it progresses through that chain of runes really depends on, well, it differs from season to season. So there's a nice proper crafted gloves are godly, yeah. Well, yeah, Dracs are nice. No, don't get me wrong. I think I found 3 Dracs this time around. Okay, maybe I'm hallucinating. I thought I'd gotten a lot more than 3 Dracs, but or a lot more than just 1 set of Dracs, but yeah. I think Shakos are almost free now. I haven't seen one traded in a while. Yeah, no, Shakos are free now, or almost free now. See, that's the thing. I could even pin this down to free, but that's the other weird thing about Shakos, or just Mal, or items that are worth Mal in general. It's like, it goes down to Mal, and then if it reaches Mal from like a much higher value like 0.5, then eventually people will just start handing it out for free. It's kind of weird how that works, but okay. Whereas items like High Lords will drop down to from Mal down to to Pull, and then they'll go for free. It's I don't know why it's like that. You'd expect Shaco's to go from being worth 0.5 to Gull to Is to Mal to Pull and then free, but people don't follow that guideline. I don't know what's up with that. Free now, most of the player base has theirs. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this this short analysis on, I guess, the items that I got. I'm definitely not gonna post this right away, or should I post it right now? I don't wanna bore you guys. And the thing is, like, I need to take the time to properly organize these items. I need to be like, oh well, set items, and then I have to look for all the set items, and I really don't want to do that right this second. When there's still so many of you here. This is something I'm probably going to be doing for later tonight, and I'll be releasing it for New Year's, well, it's New Year's Day, so this is the perfect time to go over it. Hey, Instant D's, you just missed the analysis of, or the ending of the 1,000 Duri runs and my analysis of what I'd found. So anyway, for those who are heading off to bed, thank you again for tuning in. I hope you all have a very lovely, happy New Year. And, well, yeah, that was my 1,000 runs with a pretty good set of finds, and these were my top 10 items, which came in the span of 300 runs between 305 or well, never mind that. Should go here, but you know, this Geeds was 305, and then the second Arachnids was 587, and then I didn't find anything of significant value after that. Start Travs ASAP. Yep, I was just about to do that. Alright, great. So that was pretty awesome. Oh, here we go. Here's a, hold on a sec. What else is going on here? TTF, you're rich as fuck. I don't know if USA is just saying that, though. I mean, USA, you can hear me. I don't know if USA is just saying that, because, like, I only found, like, 9 ohms worth of items in best case scenario. Well, just from the top 10 finds in these 1,000 runs. Whereas if I were running like Chaos and I'd found maybe like, you know, 2 burrs, 3 burrs, that's already enough to, you know, counter everything I have here. So it's something to consider if you're trying to determine if was it worth it or not. In my opinion, it was definitely the best source for finding uniques. Like, I would absolutely recommend this to anyone who's running Duriel in single player, but or who's trying to look for uniques in single player. But like, if the goal is to try and get runes or to try and make bank off of purples, yeah, this probably isn't the way to go. 1,000 runs is, I would say, a lot for something like this. Originally, this whole discussion was motivated by ZZZ asking me, do I think it would be worth it, or do I think it would be possible to make Enigma on week 1 with just items from running Questbug Duri? And he's not here right now, but well, yeah, I guess I can tell him, well, okay, it's definitely possible, but my experience just now with these 1,000 runs, there's a lot better alternatives for sure. Anyway, no USA, no no spider here. I'm sure 15 all res jewels. I don't know, actually, usually free, I think. I don't know. Nicola was asking, are there any items that gain value as ladder progresses? And this is a very touchy one to answer, actually. And the answer is yes, there are. Yeah, there definitely are. And I'm just trying to think of a few, because I can think of at least a couple, but I feel like I can do a little bit better than that. So one sec, let me... Alright, here we go. So here's something to keep in mind. Before we even talk about items values going up or down, I want to point out, like, early ladder, some people just don't have the amount of wealth necessary to give the correct, in quotes, value for an item, right? So let me give you an example. Like, if somebody finds a Griffin's Eye in the first 3 hours of the season, which is totally possible, okay? You could be extremely lucky and find a Griffin's first run that you do of AT or something. I don't know. Like, okay, not 3 hours after the ladder resets, but I mean, like, let's say, like, 6 hours after the ladder resets. You finish killing Bale or Hell Bale, and you just did like a few AT runs, and oh, bam, I got a Griffins. Yeah, no one has enough runes to really offer that many runes for a Griffins, right? Like, if somebody has a Griffins 6 hours into the ladder reset, everybody else will still have, like, Mals and Is at the most a lot of the time. Maybe somebody got lucky and found, like, a Jaw rune or John Burr, I don't know, but the vast majority of people aren't yet there. So items, like orange boxes in particular, they will slowly go up in value because there's a significant amount of demand for them. Once people are starting to reach the end game parts of their characters, like let's say a Javazon or a Light Sork, they both need Griffins, and there's going to be a lot of Javazons and Light Sorks that need Griffins. So it's not uncommon to see items going from being worth like, 5 or being worth 5 ohms to going to be worth like 15 ohms during the middle part of the season, and then to drop down again in the late stages once everyone slowly starts getting their Griffins or D-Webs or that kind of thing. So definitely orange boxes like Griffin's Eye, D-Web, Death's Fathom, they go up-ish, and then usually they'll kind of go back down, is kind of what I've noticed. Facets are another really good example, particularly light facets. Yeah, like early ladder, I think the most people will pay for them is 1.5 to 2 in recent seasons. But I mean, like last season when I was playing, my Nova Baller and also Enjoy was playing his Javazon. We were both lightning based builds, and both of us needed 5/5 light facets. Enjoy was willing to offer 3.5, and I was willing to offer up to 10 ohms for a 5/5 light facet that I'm looking for specifically. The right color, the right, when you die, right? Anyway, maybe 10 ohms is a bit of a... Let me just take a step back. For most general facets, I was willing to spend up to like 5 ohms or 6 ohms for those light facets. So really, it does, like, that's during the middle stages, and that was last season when I actually needed those light facets. This season, I could care less about facets. But you kind of get the idea. Like, there are definitely items that kind of go up and then down, or items that go up and then stay up, right? Like, I think another example might be crafting mats. There you go. There's a fantastic one. Crafting mats and P-gems. Crafting mats is in like 88 PM at this. Well, you're not going to get much more than a gull for it early ladder because no one's trying to reroll like craft amulets, and no one's trying to reroll GCs. But once you make it into the, month 2, you're going to have people who've very evidently finished up their characters. They have all the orange boxes they need. They have Infinity, Enigma, and now it's like, okay, well, what else can they do? And that's why they settle for doing crafting, because that is the end game, I guess, in some regards. Okay, that was quite a mouthful, but hopefully that answers your question. It's not such a simple thing to answer, I'm afraid. Nicola, I'm also going to be subbing out into my other character now, so if you need to contact me, either message in Twitch chat or contact me on my Barb, which is on the account D2D2. So, yeah, just want to give a heads up on that. Alright, just to give you guys an idea of what my Trav runs will look like, I'm going to run a few just as a demo for all of you, and then you guys can see what it's like. I'd say the really rare uniques, early ladder, people don't even have enough wealth to pay for them. Exactly. The D-Web or something, rune words that aren't craftable on all ladder. Yeah. Oh, hey, look, a magic shakedown. That's kind of what happens when you have 0 MF. Oh, look at all that. Look at all that loot. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Don't ruin that RNG, yeah. So that's how I get Griff is like 2-3 weeks after reset when there's plenty of demand and people have enough runes to start bidding wars. Exactly. That's it's a very good policy to have if you're trying to maximize your how much you get. This is the thing that you got to keep in mind, and it took me many seasons to learn this. You can have situations where items will go for more than 10 times their expected value just off of a bidding war, right? Or maybe not 10 times. Well, yeah, 10 times, let's say. I'm just trying to think of some good examples of this. Probably the best example would be the 3PNB20 FCR2 open socket circlet that was sold a while back. That was, I don't remember which season it was. It was 2 or 3 seasons ago. It was Strong and Hedge that ended up in a bidding war, and it went from being like I went into a bidding war with somebody else over the same circlet a couple seasons before that, and it was only like 7 ohms. And then I think the final bid was like 90 ohms or something like that. And of course, yeah, no, it was messy. There was also a lot of drama associated with that one. But my point is, like if you're trying to get the most bang for your buck, then don't start off by, don't be too hasty on trying to sell your item. You need to wait until you know, like, okay, yeah, people actually need this, rather than, oh shit, well everyone has one, so I'm gonna sell it to the one guy who needs it for 5 ohms. It's like, at that point, you might want to wait a little bit longer for it, unless you're like in a rush to call it quits for the season. There's some people who play until they get Infinite or Enigma and then quit, right? If you're one of those, then yeah, probably holding out isn't the best policy, but if you're going to be playing it for the long haul, then you may want to consider trying to hold out a little bit until more people need the item, like you. Yeah. Don't turn your filter back on. No, I turned it off because I wanted to actually take some time to sell these, make some gold. And then later, when I actually properly start running these, I will turn the filter off for sure. Okay, cool. I think I've done everything here. Oh, no, I didn't work. Okay, my bad. The best time to... Well, actually, the thing is, Marcos, on the server, you can... Even if an item is supposed to be ladder only, you can make it in non-ladder. That's... Yeah, they've enabled that here, which honestly I think should be the case. It doesn't make much sense to me that there's these items that are exclusively available to people who are playing on ladder for some bizarre reason that really never got shared. Yeah, I don't know.
Good day. Yes.
Wow, it was a 5 to Bone Spirit magic one, but alas, no need for that. Anyway, as you can see, we're getting up close to 2 million, 2.5 million. You can kind of see the how my Barb is running these. Running them pretty easily, and unlike with my my Zealer, he doesn't require nearly as many teleport charges to make it to Council. It's been 3 runs that I've gone through maybe like 10 charges, so it's kind of nice. One other thing, when I do start running these runs for real though, I'm going to need to get rid of my Merc. Oh, that reminds me, I need a champ. Does anybody have a champ? Shit, I should have ISO'd the champ quite some time ago. Forgot that I need to get a G-face with a champ in it. Oh yeah, right. Ow. Oh, fuck, whoops. I should have actually just popped the rejuve. I was being so stingy on it. You have a champ? Okay, that'd be great. Let me see. I'll offer an ohm at it. I was gonna overpay for it. That was how much I value it. If you have a G-face with a champ, that would be great. That I would be quite happy to offer an ohm for that. Ow, that was so awkward. I just spent so much time trying to farm these, and I died. Oh, what the? You know what? I've never done this, but this is probably a clear sign that I should just call it quits on this run. Yeah, okay, figures. Alright, let's just pretend that that never happened. That was, well, right, yeah, Okay! ISO B-Torch. You know what, let's do something I should have done from way earlier. Because that was probably the most embarrassing double deaths I think I've ever had. I've had some pretty embarrassing deaths. You have 2 on Reddit. Okay, great. Let's take a look at what Sick has to offer. Let me. Okay. 1719. Okay, great. Let's see. Sick. 2 Sork torches. Torches again. Where's the damn thread with the freaking barb torches? Sick. Let me guess, he probably didn't flare his account, did he? That's probably why. 1719. Let's see. B-Torch. Oh yeah, here we go, Splunker. Okay, great. Nope, never mind. That was somebody else. Yeah, I don't know. What's the name of the thread? Sick. Yeah, what is the name of the thread? I can't find it. What the hell? Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, let's just make sure that doesn't happen again. CCQ, Vex is fine, I need to pay for it unless you want to find someone else in need. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's perfectly cool. CCQ. I mean, it's your call. It is your call. I was offering an ohm. The other thing, yeah, Vex is fine, I think, for now. Alright, cool. If you're up for it. Oh, Vex for Chan. Never thought I'd see the day. Nah, no need for break. Yeah, okay, so I now have a Cham. Once again, never thought I'd see the day where I needed one of these. I need a sec to actually set this up. Because, yeah, my barb, I never really did finish setting up the things on him. 15 IAS. Torches for trade. Okay, so I'm gonna need a couple minutes. As you guys can see, I have a Cham that needs to be used. And then I also need a set. There you go, I actually have 2 G-faces lying around. Okay, that's just fantastic. Oh, very nice. Okay, now I need a socket quest. I'm gonna be honest, I don't wanna waste time. How many runes do I have? Let me take a look quickly. I don't want to keep you guys waiting for too long, and I know I have a socket quest lying around somewhere, but I don't remember which of my characters has it. So, I guess so socket quest at Mal, because I actually have like 4 Mals, so I think I can afford to get rid of 1 Mal. Come on, socket quest for Mal. Somebody's gotta have it. And while they do that, you have a socket quest. Oh, very nice. Okay, cool. Nice. Game. Gonna head out. Alright, thanks for tuning in as always, Anaya. Hope you had fun watching my barb in action. Yeah, it'll be a completely different monster when I actually get started on those trav runs with a B-Torch and a Cham G-Face, but either way, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Happy New Year to you. Hope you had fun. In the meantime, I think he also said the name of the thread was Torches for Trade, so let me see if I can get that. Game for socket quest. Okay, I just need a couple moments, guys. Sorry about this. This guy, Sick, is the keeper of everything that comes in a couple moments. I'm buying one for you. What, you have one? I mean, if you have a high B-Torch, then sure. Yeah, I mean, if it were 17, 19 V-Torch, then yeah, good, but no cigar. S11 for Socket Quest, okay, great. So, let me just switch this bad boy over. Okay. S11 for Socket Quest. Let's go and do that. Okay. nice little hat there. Okay. Oh yeah, right. I was supposed to give him Mal. Actually just bring the other guy over for that. So Mal for the socket quest. Alright, let's pull this. Oh, look at that. Look at that bad boy. Sweet. Thanks for trade. Alright, so check this out, okay? I got my G-face, and now we throw cannot be frozen in there. Boom! Look at that. Very nice. 15% superior AP, gonna be a nice base for my COH once I can afford it. Alright, wow, that's awesome. Kinda wanted to get my own 15% Archon plate, but I ended up getting a 15% ED Dusk Shroud instead, and I realized, with 0 sockets, and I realized that this was destiny, that I should make my fortitude in that. Trav. Well, frozen in WW. Do they? It's kinda interesting. Double High Lords. Ah, yes, these bad boys give me a ton of decks. What should I use as rings? I actually am not sure what I want to use as rings. Yeah. Dwarfs! I could actually use Dwarf Stars, can't I? Thought the Strength Rec is too high for a Sork, but the Monarch trumps it hard anyway. Okay. I'm gonna find some good rings, that's for sure. What is my res right now? Oof. By the way, that 1719 B torch. I'll offer. Let's see. What have I got on this guy? Offer Ohm plus Ist plus 2 Mal at it. Seems pretty fair to me. Yeah, it's okay. Alright, good. Ohm, Ist, 2 Mal. There you go. Gotcha. Awesome. Except I don't know why this Ohm isn't showing up. Oh, no, it is. I'm just colored it's like really small in between the reds. Alrighty. Okay. And then finally, I've been doing this for a while now. I can finally get rid of this bad boy. Let's get my dump character, or my charms character, to pick that up. It served me well, but it's time for an upgrade. For sure. Strength Rec is too high for a sword. Oh yeah, yeah, the Monarch definitely trumps the Strength Rec on that that Archon plate. Nothing will beat that, for sure. You could argue at least with Enigma, like, you might use your Enigma to carry your Spirit Monarch, but if it's COH, that's not even an excuse, really. Alright. Wow, he's really looking for that torch, huh? Let me just pick this up, just in case the game crashes for some reason. Okay, interesting. In the meantime, I'm gonna check this out. So, I still need to find a better set of rings. Like, what are my... Like, these things give me attack rating, but at the end of the day, I already have ITD on my Griefs, which I think actually works against council members. So I honestly don't really know what to do with these rings. I feel like my best bet would be to put on, like, lifesteal rings, or, Angelics, but I need 2 pieces of Angelic set in order to get the bonus, so... What other rings can I use here? I guess, Dwarf Star is the other one, but... Just hoping for something a little bit better than Dwarf Stars. BK? BK wouldn't be bad. 1 BK, 1 Dwarf. Double Dwarf. Yeah, if I go double Dwarf, I'll probably be close to unkillable. for council. I'm guessing. Yeah, I think I can go double dwarf. That sounds pretty good. And this guy, oh man, this guy's going through all of his mules. On your bow barb, perhaps? Get dual leech ring? I mean, sure, but do you have a dual leech ring I can have? I mean, if you do, then great. Maybe I'll throw that bad boy on, but I don't think I myself have a dual leech ring at the moment. Let me check. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, I don't have a dual leech ring. I'm like looking at my character right now on the other window. No cigar on my leech rings, so that's kind of out of the question. I think I still have a dual leech rare I can toss you. Yeah, okay, that sounds good. Let me try using double dwarfs first, though. I'm gonna give double dwarfs a shot. Double dwarfs should be okay, to be honest. Like double dwarfs, once I throw those on, I should be close to. They shouldn't be able to kill me in Trav, I think. Rares, uniques, yeah. Let's give this a go. Dwarfs, come on. This is the one time I need dwarfs. I know I friggin' hoard dwarfs nonstop, so what hork percent do I do? Am I gonna hork them all? Yes, I'm gonna hork them all. My hork percent right now is 50, and I might actually have to double check in a second what my hork percentage actually is, because I just realized I'm gonna be getting this torch, which increases my barb skills by 3, which also encompasses that also does encompass my find item skill, so double dwarfs is what I wear, undergeared barb and trav, nearly unkillable. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I feel like I would be close to unkillable with double dwarfs. I just need to find the fucking things. I know I had them. Yeah, no, this is live, Frederick. This is live. I am talking with others while I'm doing this. Wait a second. Blessed RNG, yeah. Sure. What the fuck? Is it here? I feel like I've gone through all my meals too. I'm looking for just a pair of dwarfs. Oh, I never thought it'd be so... Oh, there you go. 2 dwarfs, finally. Are these perfs? No, it should be good enough. The other thing about these dwarfs is that they also have magic damage reduced by, which I think is a very underrated thing to have. But anyway, sure. I mean, sure. Or dual angelic ring, Drax, Arius unkillable as well. Yeah, I was thinking the dual angelics, but I mean, I don't want to do angelic ring Ami because I want to, like, I already have double griefs, so I have ITD, which means it's kind of like dual angelic is kind of redundant, I think. Kinda need that beat torch though. Also need to respec my guy. I think I have another respec available to me if I'm not mistaken. I gotta double check that. Okay, so I still have at least 1 respec available. Do I have respec tokens though? It's the other thing I'm curious about. Is my poverty setup? You should blow mine out of the water. Oh yeah, I don't doubt that at all. With the amount of gear I have, I should be able to, like with griefs, I can sub out the ring and the Amis for sure. I'm just talking about the rings though. I just want to have, it's not about, yeah, it's not so much about the best setup to make myself unkillable. It's more about trying to find a good thing to put in my ring slot, which I don't really have right now, is my main concern. Well, either way, yeah, I don't know. Double, like, well, I guess for the toss the High Lords and do Angelics. Why would I toss Angelics or High Lords for Angelics when I have double griefs? The whole idea behind getting Angelics is to increase your attack rating, but if I'm already nullifying their attack or their defense to 0, it doesn't make a difference at all. Although there is something that I'm curious about. Let's see. Alright, fuck it. I'm just gonna do runs for fun then. Like, I mean, I don't have my other... I don't have my Barb Torch. If I have my Barb Torch, I could sub out double dwarfs, and then I could actually respec and figure out how many points in find item I need to hit exactly 50% find item. But if I can't do that, then I'll just do runs for fun, and then next time I stream, I will just begin officially my 1,000 runs. So that's, I think, what I'm gonna do. No! Oh, he found it. Oh, did he find it? If he found it, then that's even better. Cool. There you go. Home rune here. I think it was Ist, Mal, Mal. Perfect. And then Hellfire Torch. 17, 19. Okay, cool. And then, put this on. And then put this on. And as you can see, I am short 17 decks, or 18 decks for these bad boys. But... hopefully I can make up for that with a respec token, which I don't yet have. What can I do about the missing respec token? Or I could just pop the last... I don't like to pop my last respec on these guys, though. Let me actually see. Oh wow, no, I used this one. You'll toss me one? Oh man, you'd be a hero. I can pass you... I can pass you a rune for, or a facet. I have tons of like crap facets. I don't know if you're looking for any facets in particular. Yep, I have jack shit. Nice to know. If at all you'd want to amp the damage up, and that doesn't come from attack rating. Yeah, but I mean that doesn't really come from any other ring either, except for I guess BK, which I mean doesn't really help me out that much. I mean, you sure? Like, I'd feel bad just taking it for free. But, I mean, talk. Alright, let's do it. In the name of science. Let's see. I'm also throwing, I guess, the... oh, there you go. Token of Absolution, my hero right here. Moonchile, thank you again. Double Ravenfrost. Hey, Ma, I'm famous. Alright. Goody. Alright, dude, let's do it. So here's the... Okay. So right now, 326, 117, 197, and 41. Thanks to the stream. The token. Yeah, definitely Enigma, Nicola. Definitely Enigma, but I'm going to do the first 1,000 runs with a Fortitude because I want to do the first 1,000 runs with 0 MF, and the second 1,000 runs with, like, the MF from Enigma, I guess, and maybe some other items that will boost my MF. I'll have to work out the exact MF value. Probably 300, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, perfect. Pop Token of Absolution. And let's actually get to work here. Well, actually, let me put points into Strength first so I can wear my gear. It's probably the easiest way to go about doing this. I might even have to respec later in the future once I make it to Enigma, but that's going to be its own demon. Okay, very nice. 115 right there. Cham G-Face, beautiful. I need just enough dex to wear my Griefs, of course. Although I might round it out to the nearest, or the nearest 5. Here, you know what I mean? Oh no, that's exactly enough. I like to keep things in increments of 5. My character is a little OCD thing, but it's okay. Yeah, so this is probably a point where I can battle orders myself and make it to... Okay, let me actually just try this out. Oh yeah, I don't have any points to battle orders, that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Combat skills. Okay, so let's do this first. Definitely going to be maxing out battle orders, 1 point of battle command. 1, 2, 3. Going straight for Whirlwind, so definitely going to be maxing out Whirlwind. What's AR, or I use ITD? I'm using ITD. That's exactly what I was talking about just now. Everyone wants me to go Angelics, but I have ITD, so it doesn't matter much. Only thing that it'll matter against is against... what's that guy's name? Torque Ice Fist, Gamel Vile Hand, or whatever those specific unique monsters, but most of the other council members, not. This isn't the case. Okay, so find item. Like I said, exactly 50%. And then 1 battle order should get me up to still be 50, so that's good. So I have 35 points remaining. This is going to definitely go into Sword Mastery for my griefs, right? And then, after that, I can just dump the... Well, definitely I need at least 1 point into Berserk. The real question is, do I want to dump more points into Berserk, or do I want to put them somewhere else? I'm going to put 1 point into Taunt. You never know when you might need that. Don't care about those. Don't care about that. Yeah, I have plenty of points. Oh, maybe I'll get a point of Double Swing. I know people advocate for using that because it has no mana cost. No mana cost. We don't really use Warcry anyway. Yeah, and here I can just dump the rest into Berserk. There you go. There you go. Okay, awesome. Very, very nice. Okay, guys, let's see here. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah. Alright, gotta get some more points into Vit. That puts me up to just a little over 2k. Let me be a little bit safer, though. I'm gonna probably invest up until here. Now I have 2200 points, or 2200 life. And then the remaining 200 points can get dumped into Strength. There you go. Very, very nice. Alright, guys, get ready for some fun in Trav. I'm gonna do a few practice runs just to kinda show what this build is now capable of, and then I'm gonna actually start for real afterwards. So stay tuned. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I hope to watch this Barb in action. Thanks again, Moon. All right, that is going to be a shout out to him for making things a little bit easier for me here. Whew, getting everything up and running. Okay, cool. What were some things that were being said from earlier that I missed? Let's see. Strength bug for the win. Then you die and body recovery becomes a new game. Yeah, I absolutely don't like to strength bug. Not at all. I've seen way too many instances of, oh, I strength bugged and I lost my items because of strength bug, or because I was strength bugging. Yeah, no, fuck that. I'm good. If these people are that careless, then I know I'm also going to be that careless. So, you have CBF covered. Only other threat in Travs is Hydras and Meteors, to be honest, and Amp. If I get amped and they whack me, that also hurts. That also hits pretty hard. In fact, I'm actually more scared of Amp and getting hit. Or no, I'm scared of Hydras foremost, and then getting amped and then smacked second. But anyway. Is T4 deliberately being an asshole, or is he that oblivious when he trade jacks? I am not sure, and I don't really care so much what the correct explanation is, Muse. Because at the end of the day, if he's trade jacking, he's trade jacking. Whether he means to or not is a completely different ballpark, but he's been warned many, many times, and he still keeps doing it, oddly enough, so... It is. What made the respec necessary? Oh, that's a good question. I didn't have enough decks to wear my items. Okay, we start working. Yeah, nigh unkillable now, I think. Especially with some lifesteal. Okay, cool. Oh, there's a nice jewel. Let's pick that up. I'm definitely going to, after this run, turn off the filter, or turn on the filter, I mean. Yeah, that'll speed things up by quite a bit. Oh, I don't know why this bitch is running. Okay, great. Also, I have Shiver armor. I don't know if that, or Chilling armor. I don't know if that might cause them to shatter. I hope not, but we'll see. Whatever. If it does, I am not gonna... I don't know. The dex requirement. Yeah, I needed more dex. Not used to not having dex. Okay, there we go. Advanced item display. Cool. For a sax. Nice, Swisher. But yeah, everything else was fine. There's one other thing. It wasn't just for the dex requirement. It was because I had find item above 50%, whereas I specifically want it to be at 50%, no more, no less. Yeah, makes it a lot easier to hit, to do math later on when I calculate these runs and what I'm getting out of them. Oh, hey, look, a circle. Okay, cool. Might even filter out gold. That might be a good idea. Speed up these runs for sure. I might need to make a separate filter just for gold. Okay, cool. Oh wow, it's a lot of mana on that circlet. Okay, 45-second run. I need to practice on making these runs quicker. I think one of the ways to do that is absolutely to Druid Torch for 100,000 gold. Funny, man. But yeah, no, really, I need to focus on the items, like the proper items that drop, not these piles of gold and shit. Like, really filter that. These are TPs too. I think I need to. Well, I don't know about TPs. Might want to keep those actually, but definitely gold needs to go. All right. I think there's one more body there. Okay, cool. I've worked everything. There you go. That's a much better run. 35 seconds. That's a lot closer to what I'm trying to gun for here with these runs. Okay, third run. Oh, somebody already made D3. I think that might have actually even been me. But anyway, whatever the case, let's keep at it. Still, so far, no body shattered yet, so that's really good, despite having this fortitude. Granted, that's now my only source of being able to shatter bodies, so I think I should be okay for now. Definitely with double dwarfs, I like to think just unkillable without them having convict or some really crazy combination of modifiers, might aura, blessed aim, that kind of all that jazz. Okay, cool. Oh, no GC. That was the other thing that dropped. Yeah, I really need to filter out all the gold piles, I think. Maybe I can even actually just pick them up. You know, what am I doing? I could actually turn this guy into a pseudo gold finder while I do these runs. Yeah, might as well just pseudo gold find while I'm here. Anyway, because I have these double dwarfs now that I think about it, right? Get rid of this, and that. Okay, very nice, very nice. This isn't the official, these aren't the official trabs, by the way. I just wanted to kind of get a feel for this all before I go all out. And part of my practice for this season was trying to get these trap runs under 30 seconds, but I can't quite do it here. I'm not really sure why that is. I need to... I think maybe I had a better map, whereas... Oh. Okay, there we go. I know that when I was playing on single player, I have a pretty nice map where all of the council members were close to the left side, not always split, or not split up. So that might have made my runs quicker here, or compared to on Slash, but okay, cool. Carrying on. Okay. Alright, cool. Blade Barrier, Rune Scepter. That's a lot of gold, actually, that I'm getting. I don't know how I'm really going to... Okay, I think I have an idea. Maybe what I should do is this. I'll farm enough gold until I hit 2.5 million, and then I will... I'll probably just start making a new filter where I filter out all gold. Not just the small piles, but like all of the gold, because this is... I'm getting way too much. it's really slowing down my runs, seeing this many piles. Because I have to actually sift through all of it to see if any useful items have dropped for sure. Also, it'd be nice if I could use the other map pack. I'm gonna give that a try at some point. I've been using this one because it's been stable and it's been fine for the Duriel runs because I'm only really looking at one thing. And that's the drops I get at the end. But here I have to kill like so many different monsters. It's a lot of them. A lot of different monsters for sure. The fuck? Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. One run, off to the next. How come you don't turn off the lobby music? It's triggering my OCD. This lobby music? Oh, I see. I think it's like this, right? Well, I mean... Why should I turn off the lobby music? Oh, control M. There you go. Oh, it's gotta be, I guess, in the lobby itself. Control M? Alright, thanks. Well, but anyway, yeah, no, like... Why should I turn off the lobby music? There's no reason for me to really turn it off, since I love the D2 music, so it's like... It was more in jest. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, then fair enough. I'll keep it on. But it's nice to know the hotkey. Yeah. I think this can do it. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I keep misclicking the wrong things. I need to get rid of magic rings too, because ain't no one's ever going to be using one of those. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Like, I think 70 MF, or 40 MF rings are the only real useful thing that you can get out of these rings, from my understanding, but it's not worth it. 10 FCR, 120 mono rings, yeah, okay, no, I'm good. I mean, I can see why you would need it, but, like, it's just not worth it. The odds of me finding something like that, it's kind of like the same reason why when I was trying to help Enjoy find a 40 MF ring, like, it needs to be a fortuitous ring of fortune. Like, yeah, okay, like, good luck. Better off just finding a rare at that point, or looking for rares. Anyway. To be honest, it is very tempting to go Angelics, because even though I'd be trading out, what is this, 33% deadly strike, which is pretty huge. Yeah, if I go with Angelic set, I could probably, like, my hit checks would actually probably kill him. I should also try to see if I can level my guy up to, like, level 91 or so. That might help me with these runs, since right now, my chance to hit, I think the bosses are a lot lower than they should be. If I use Berserk, yeah, if I use Berserk, I think it's marginally better, but it's not enough. It's probably why they're not just dying straight up when I whirlwind into them. The regular monsters, yeah, they do, but... Definitely a lot of GCs that are being dropped for sure, but none that are useful as far as I know. Death Sentry, Mind Blast, yeah, still nothing useful. How are you doing, by the way, NMEC? Nice to see you on this fine new year. Also, why is the repair cost 240,000? Probably it's because I chammed my G-Face. And if I lose durability on that G-Face, maybe it might do that, I don't know. Okay. Great. If I use Berserk, it's fine. I just drop them like that, no problems, but... I think part of the other issue is in my single player runs I also had Enigma instead of having to switch over to, or I had Enigma with double Whiz Spike on switch, so I had the faster cast rate for sure. with no lag, which makes it easier to reach council members for sure. So that's part of it. And thank you. You too. Yeah. I'm going to bed now. Having to get up to work tomorrow. All right. Sounds good. Thanks for tuning in, though, as always. See you next time. Yeah. Good to know that you've been. Oh wow! Would you look at that? One unique jewel. That is not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, well, NMAX hopping off. Clearly he was the unlucky charm. Because as soon as he's gone, that's when I get this good, beautiful facet. I'm just kidding. I know NMAX still here. Just for a bit. Yeah, but the 33% Deadly Strike is actually much more because the whirlwind hits pretty fast. Everybody triggers Deadly Strike probably at least 1%. Just consider how often it's up. Yeah, I was thinking I would just experiment with both and see what I end up with. All me. Hey, Duzgrim! Hey, it's you! Okay. Alright, alright. Now that you're here, it's time for a moment of truth. Okay, let me actually sell all the garbage first. Okay, sell this. Sell this. Sell this. Sell this. Sell this. Okay, cool. This looks to me like it's going to be a 4-4 cold facet. I smell a 4-4 cold facet. Here we go. It's not bad. Well, I mean, right now my collection is what? One poison facet, one 5-5 cold, 1-5-5 poison. If this were a 5-5 fire, then I would have found, like last season, every 5-5 facet except for lightning, of course. So that's kind of nice. As for +5 fire facet. Control right click, left click sells items straight to vendor. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I don't know why that time I didn't use that, though. I think it was... yeah, I don't know, actually. Perfect for a fire druid, yes, unless you're looking for a 5-5 fire instead. But anyway, keep the ammo in case you do switch to angelic. Might be worth it. Oh yeah, absolutely, of course. I'm not just gonna like throw it away. Like how would I benefit from that? No, I was just thinking like maybe I can play around with subbing out for angelics instead or something. But to be honest, I think whirlwinding everything except for the bosses and then just berserking the bosses is probably the way to go, I think. There's a good run, I think. There will be a good run. Okay, or they can just die before I get a chance to do what I was saying. This is a problem too. I have to manually right-click every single one because of this stupid faster cast rating bug. 38-second run. The faster, like, not the faster cast rate bug, but like the double telly. I think it's, well, double telly lag or whatever you want to call it, but there's this issue with the stupid barb where if I hold down the find item key, as I'm going to show in a second, it'll just keep double horking every corpse, and it's really annoying, so I need to do something about that. I think I need to up my barbs level. That might help a lot, actually. Yeah, this guy's just dead. So I'm just gonna hold down Hork here. You can see, like, okay, yeah, it's going. Well, actually, this might not be this isn't as bad as I thought recall it being, but there you go. There's an example of double Hork. Yeah, that was pretty good, actually. Well, yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. It's supposed to be a little bit worse than this, but I'm not complaining. Previously, when I would hold down find... Oh, you know what? It's probably because I'm used to using find item on my Nadge's staff. And when that happens, for sure, the double Hork occurs. So where you might sell it off while seeking to get the angelics. Oh, no. Yo, man, I only have one High Lords. I'm not going to sell my one High Lords. Fuck that. I appreciate the concern, though, for sure. No. Oh, let's get some TPs. How are you doing, Duzgrim? Yeah, Happy New Year to you. May this upcoming year bring you lots of jaws and burrs if you decide to come back. Which I really do hope you do next season, because they finally released the multi-server setup. So you might be able to enjoy yourself with that. However... I won't be able to be of service to you next season because I will be rocking my martial arts assassin, a really weird, janky build. hopefully gonna have a lot of fun with it, so it's pretty good. Okay, now I'm gonna try to hold down find item with my Naja staff. Yeah, there you go. It's double horking some of these guys, but not as bad as I thought. I guess I can just hold down the key. It's a lot less convenient, or less inconvenient. Ah, oops.
Good day. Yes.
Man, this is gonna be a long set of runs, though. Like I said, what, 2,000? Originally, I was gonna go for 3,000 runs, but I feel like 2,000 is kind of 2,000 is good. Good enough, I would say. All right. I'm probably gonna do up to 50 runs today, and then I might call it, I think. And these 50 runs are just gonna be a little samples, like a little test. I'm not actually gonna count them as official parts of my 2,000 runs. Anything I find here is just for null. Starting next stream, I will get full force, but for the time being, I'm just here to show off what this build is capable of. I think that's gonna be the plan. Maybe I'll do some hop farming too while I'm at it. Maybe I'll do some hop and some trav, just for funsies. Wow, everyone's just, they're Swish getting those crazy finds. Yeah, I mean, maybe somebody will want it. 40% light res. Now imagine if it also had fire res too. Oh, those would have been amazing boots. Ah. Oh well, it is what it is. Anyway, guys, if you guys want to see something fun, I'm gonna try to farm a bit of hop. Helps that I'm doing a batch of like 6 torches. Yeah, but it was like, what, you found like a Sork torch, 1919 Sork torch, or 1719 Sork torch, or some shit like that, along with the 2019 Pally torch. Like, okay. We'll see about joining the next ladder and enjoying Classic a whole lot. I don't blame you. Just throwing it out there as a 40 LR 23 MF rare boots. Yeah, just throwing that out there as just as a heads up for you. I'm sure you've already heard though, because you stay up to date with BNet, or not BNet. You stay up to date with Slash. First in 2020 to find a well, I mean, if that's the case, if you want to be the first in 2020 to find a 2020 torch, then what you should have done was you should have prepped all of the torches ahead of time. Rookie mistake, dude. And I don't know why this isn't... Why are all of these garbage items showing up? That's so strange. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Okay, that was weird. Didn't think about it ahead of time, though. Fair enough. No, that feels... It's kind of how I felt last night when I wanted to... I want to be the first to do something for 2020. Do wonder how the new servers work, though? They work the way you'd expect them to. You just hop on them, and you just say, hey, I want to play on the Europe server. That's basically how it works. Oh. Yeah, I love using the Barbarian in Halls of Pain, though. This is so good, so satisfying. Having double grief like this, and having these dwarf stars, I'm like effectively immortal. Not Diablo immortal either. Maybe if I use Marowaks, I could actually pull some monsters so I can just roll in through them and not have to spend time trying to plow through them. Sounds like a pretty cool idea. Scarab Husk. Okay, cool. Oh man, there you go. Oh, yeah, just taking a nice break. I don't know, I'm just having fun playing around with my barb. Next time I'll be here will probably be either next week on one of the weekday nights or Friday night. I'm not sure yet. Don't know what my schedule's gonna look like. But either way, really liking just plowing through these guys for now. Later on though, it's gonna be I want to get started on those 1,000 runs. I want to give that an honest attempt for sure. Really love your high repair bills, don't you? Oh yeah, totally. Well, I prefer John Burr more, but, you know, the high repair bills are much easier to rack up, for sure.
I can't.
That's how Duriel. I'll see if somebody else bites. Yeah, I've done plenty of Duriel farming myself in the last little while.
I can't.
Oh, yeah. Cool. D2D2 wants to help. Ah, swish. Let's see how quickly my Barb can actually tear through that. Bales 3. Oh, Jewel. Okay, cool.
Impossible.
And 2 men. Alright, I think that should give me enough time to finish this run. Oh yeah, that's a lot of them. Oh yeah, come on, give me a rim. Give me a high rim. Woo. Oh yeah, nice. Okay. Some upgrades remain. Up and running. Okay. It's farming Duriel. Done now. Okay. Let's open up that chest. Ghost armor. Nice. That patch is dead. Ah, yes. High mob density. Now, if only Halls of Pain or Halls of, well, yeah, Halls of Anguish or Halls of Pain were level 85 areas. Oh man, this area would be so insane for farming. Especially for orange boxes, I think. Or, well, I guess WSK also sometimes have flares spawn, so that's also pretty good. Okay. And like how just a simple whirlwind will kill him straight up, basically. Just 2 taps them. It's so fast. Not as fast as, you know, like your standard Frost Novasaur or other builds out there, but hey, I really enjoy it, and I think that's what matters more than anything else. Ice 10, password 1, I think, is the name of the game of Zevix here. Okay.
Impossible.
Oh yeah. What the? Okay, that was some interesting desync.
Good day. Good day.
He has a portal in Talrosh's chambers, so I don't know what's going on there, since I can't actually... not actually partied with him, I can't see what's there. Here. Oh, there you go. Giving it a honest try here. Oh, okay. Well, we actually got a unique ring out of that, interestingly enough. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, so he actually managed to kill Duri here. I don't know if he's... Yeah, I mean, if he needs more help, we'll just ask. Alright. Oh, I'm gonna go back to doing those trap runs. like I said, my goal is to try and get these, like, I'm kind of trying to practice these traps. I'm trying to get them down to, like, be close to 30, 35 seconds would be a good point to hit, I think, in my opinion.
I can.
Okay. Also, here's the other thing, too. Oh, wait a second. Hold on, he shattered. Oh, they're shattering because of the chilling armor. Oh, that's so awkward. I guess there's really not much I can do to prevent the bodies from shattering like that. If I have Fort on. I just have to try and keep track. Well, I don't know. I have to think about that. I'll probably just ignore it, though, to be honest. Like, I already got rid of Raven Frost. I already got rid of, well, most of the things that would have procced cold damage and the chance to shatter them, but I guess I just can't get rid of all of them, so what can I do about it? Do Trav first before Frost Armor triggers. Oh yeah, come to think of it, oh yeah, it's when it's struck, or when I'm struck. It's not, okay, so it's not like chance to cast Ice Bolt or Ice Blast, I guess. So maybe the trick here is just to, like you said, gotta make sure I don't get hit. Well, not really don't get hit, but I gotta kill them before they hit me, and that should do the trick. Which is probably easier said than done, but so far I think I'm fine. Oh, nice. Okay, well, I had a GC here. Did I pick it up? There you go. Yeah, I definitely need a better loot filter. I think that would very much speed up my runs by quite a bit. Not sure how that's gonna work though. Maybe I should start banning out some of them now. This will take me a bit of extra time and effort, but yeah, I think this will help me. Do I want to block out all magic items? This is what I'm wondering. Like, what am I trying to not see here for each of my runs? Yeah, I definitely don't want to be seeing M5s and TPs. So I'm gonna probably make a filter for this. Or maybe better yet. Okay, hold on. I think I actually have a better loot filter. Let me restart my game. One sec. Let's do that. Let's try this again. Yeah, let's just get rid of this. Block gold and block magic items. Yeah, no. I have a loot filter that I've already done this. Like, I'm not gonna fucking reinvent the wheel. Like I've already done this before. I got rid of this shit. It's just I'm using the more basic map pack that I have because that one's more stable. But I think Lolly should have my updated filter where I actually blocked out a lot more of this stuff. So let me actually try that quickly. Okay, cool. I think this is now going to be D19, so let's carry on here. Okay, so definitely still have the gold piles like lying around, but that's fine. I can evidently see that there's a lot less that's being dropped on the floor. I'm pretty sure that's because, yeah, I've blocked out most of those items. There you go, that's a lot better. I can actually focus on just picking up gold, because there's enough gold that drops for my runs. I mean, right now I just meant using it makes your runtime more stable and your screen less cluttered, obviously. Yeah, that's true. I don't mind blocking gold items. Like I don't mind seeing uniques. I definitely mind seeing like garbage magic items. And I remember like this filter that I'm using right now. I specifically removed. Like I spent like an hour on the fucking thing. Like I got rid of as much magic shit that I knew that I would just never pick up as I possibly could. And well, this was the result of all that. Okay, there we go. That's a lot better. Oh, what's this? There you go. There. Oh, there you go. Small trunk. I even got the notifications too. That was also the other thing I wanted from this updated map pack. The I can actually get the notifications for me, or the game to notify me when something useful drops. Something I'm wondering about. I don't know if I can start using taunt. If I start using taunt, maybe I can get them to come over to my side. Especially because I can survive on my own now. So if I use taunt, never use howl. Let me try taunt. Looks much better. Good. This was during the practice runs, so your actual runs aren't affected. I mean, I'm not timing my actual runs. I just want it to be the case where when I start doing my actual runs, like I'm kind of have that muscle memory going, you know. So yeah, but I get what you mean though. It's definitely nice that I'm figuring this stuff out now early rather than later on where I realize, oh shit, I did like 1,800 runs. I should have been filtering out gold, and in fact, I'm probably going to need to filter out gold. But yeah, I do appreciate the suggestions though, and ways like ideas for improvements I can make to these runs. That's definitely going to be very helpful. Oh, here we go, light. This is one I might have to be a little bit more careful on. Okay, so if I taunt them, I'm kind of curious to see how long does it last for. I guess I can't really taunt them over. Kind of sucks. Exactly, yeah. I'm curious about something. We should start... I'm trying to recall something quickly. What happens if I try to do find item as a swap cast? I'm actually kind of curious. One sec. That's something I didn't think of before until just now, so let's give this a shot. If I use find item as a swap cast, I think I can... what is my... I guess my normal attack isn't set to anything. Do I have an unused key? I'm sure I do. Yeah, F11. Never going to be using that. Okay, H. Let's try this out. I don't even have G as a hotkey, come to think of it. Let me use G instead. That's... Yes, I did. That's what you had with your staff. Yeah. Wait a second. F. Shit. That's the wrong key. Oops. Gotcha. Alright. Okay. Let's see if I can... Nope. No. I failed. Failed to do it properly. One sec. Oh, come on. I want to get the swap casting bit right. Damn it. I can't do it. Oh no, I did get it right that time. Huh, it's just, it was really weird, I guess, that the game wasn't able to figure... I actually don't know what that was. Like, trying to... For those who don't know what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to, like, get the swap casting, like I did with my, like, last season here. I think I was able to pull it off. Okay, well, maybe swap casting isn't viable. See, like that. I managed to, I did get it set to find item previously, but I guess I'm just going to have to use swap casting for teleport when I make it to Enigma, if I make it to Enigma. Anyway, yeah, I figured that I could use the normal attack animation for find item to try and speed up the horking process, but I guess that's just not feasible here, unfortunately. Oh well, it was worth trying it out. Fun to just experiment. See what works, what doesn't. One other thing I wanted to try was the angelic stuff I was saying. I don't know. I really like that extra deadly strike though. What is this? 40, 55% deadly strike, plus the 33 here, in the G face. Just recount that. 40, 55, 70, 70% deadly strike. Plus 33. I'm actually at 100% deadly strike. Wait, no, hold on, that's not right. Each of my griefs, I think, calculate deadly strike differently, if I'm not mistaken, so it's not actually that high. 35 plus this is 50. I think I'm closer to 83 with the High Lords, but if I take off the High Lords, I go Angelics instead. I'm actually only up to... I'm actually only up to 50% deadly strike, which isn't terrible. It's not terrible. You give it a try. Isn't actually shorter. What it seems to me by understanding. Unless you have evidence of being it faster, I think it doesn't help. Actually, yes. Let me show you what motivated this idea in the first place. This might clear some things up for you. G. Yeah, that's good enough, I suppose. Okay, cool. So check this out, right? Let's say I set my teleport to E, and I get both of these on G. So I run with one. No, I fucked that up. One sec. There we go. Check this out, right? It doesn't look faster, but it prevents the double tellying of this shit right here. Let me show you. If you look closely, you'll see like my double telly, or my character teleporting is like there's this stutter that occurs every now and then. But as soon as I use the swap cast, like this, there we go. What the hell? Did I fuck that up? I did. Ah, I'm rusty. Then, yeah, now I can actually use teleport properly. So, I know it works on some skills. Yeah, but definitely that's kind of the motivator there that makes me want to use swap cast on my other barb. But it doesn't really work here. Definitely for teleport though. I know for teleport I want to use swapcast until they can actually roll out the servers, because this is a lag related issue. I never encountered this when I'm playing like single player. This is only like the double telly stuff is a product partially of lag, and I think something to do with the game's mechanics, animations or some shit. I don't know exactly how it works. All I know is if I swapcast teleport, I don't ever encounter the double telly bug with my barb. So it's kind of that's what I'm gonna be doing for teleport if my when they roll out the servers for West Coast. I still have this issue with my barb. Anyway, let's get LOH here. And this is going to be run number 23, I think. You refresh the game every 30 to 50 seconds, which makes it more likely to be a waste of time rather than time gain. It depends what it's for, I feel like. If I'm going to be spamming teleport a lot, and I can get the swap cast in one go, then it's basically a second, an extra second I had to add to my run, just so I can set it up properly, so that I don't have to deal with this stupid, like, oh, well, every time I teleport, I will occasionally rubber band. That slows me down even more, right? So, I don't know. I mean, that was the case with my Boazon. I was teleporting all around pits, so I definitely needed to swap cast in that case. So, that's why here, I'm probably going to be employing swap casting if I start using Enigma and I'm still lagging with my barb. So, that's kind of the idea there. Yeah, that filter, or filtering out all the magic, or switching filters was probably the best idea I've had all day. That's pretty good. It's good on teleport, better than the on the search items. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I agree with you that on the search items, this is just not a good idea. Or like find item. Probably not a good idea at all for find item, but I needed to at least try it. Oh, what is that? He's got conviction aura on him. I think I can still survive though. Ah shit, I got chilling armor on me now. Oh, and I don't, no wonder I can't do anything, or I can't teleport. It's because I'm out of charges. damn Hydras are what's causing Chilling Armor to proc. And I'm glad you figured it out early. Yeah, cheers, dude. I mean, it's partially thanks to you too, who's bringing up these points about these characters. But definitely find item is like, it was just a thought that occurred to me. If I could have gone find item into swap, it would have been great. But no bueno there. Yeah. Alright, so that was my 25th run. I think I want to do some Halls of Pain just to chill and wrap it up for the evening. I don't really feel like getting started on the Trav runs today. I feel like that's something that deserves its own separate day, so I'm going to wait before I start doing that. Oh, also one other thing, I think... Oh, I thought Anya heals. Oh yeah, I think... Did she? I don't know if she healed me or not, but whatever. Yeah, you guys are pretty decent, actually. Okay, cool. Maybe I'll go WSK farming. That's what I'm gonna do for fun. WSK farming and a bit of pits. Just gonna do a bit of variable farm for the evening, just for fun. Oh, got it. Blood Claw the Sharp. Have I done heal attack yet? I don't ever plan to DK run with this guy. Maybe I'll... yeah, maybe I'll actually just pop the Halls of Pain waypoint. No big deal. Been holding out on it because I don't like to pop this waypoint. Since if I ever do Nith by accident, I get a quest and the red pillar disappears, but fuck it. For this season. So you want to put in a short bail run? Yeah, okay. That's a great idea. Let's do it. Ooh, not in this game though. I see souls. Let's do a WSK run. Why not? Let's WSK. Wait. What? Oh no, I teleported back to, or I waypointed back to Act 4 before I left last game. Okay. I wonder if I can actually kill these. Oh yes, I can. Well, that's amazing. Huh. Even with their ridiculously high physical resistance, I can still kill them. It's kind of nice. Okay, maybe hit a little too hard. Oh, these souls are too painful. Not painful, but they just take too long to kill, I think. Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, there's too many souls on this one. They take too long. This one's taking way too long. I kind of want to get like a good map with non-souls. You know, I'm gonna re-roll for a better map without souls. Yeah, and then I'm gonna see if I can go through all of WSK, and then I'll just push through to Bale. There you go. That's a nice run right there. Oh yeah. Oh, there's a lot of these exploding flockers. Really can't wait for Enigma. Although granted, even if I do have Enigma, I'm not going to be using it to start on the Trav runs anyway. Because I'm trying to do the first 1,000 without enough. Skip them with teleport. Yeah, you're right, I should. I plowed through them because there was a pack beside them, like an actual pack, but... Like here, there was Exploder, but... Anyway. Alright, fuck it. I think... Oh, there you go. Here's gonna be a good one. There's a lot of packs. Alright, let's do it. It's gonna be a lot better than the bubble above. I'm just gonna take some time to kill these guys individually. Okay, great. There you go. Oh, ancient armor. Oh, that's always nice. Here we go. Yeah. Filling out those flares. One of these days, an orange box will drop. Maybe, probably not today, where I have 0 enough. Okay, well, let's back out for a sec. Gotta get some more mana potions. Not bad. Hey, by the way, Philip. What is up? Is this RNG, I guess. Yeah, there you go.
I can't.
Cool. Loot blessing, yeah. Well, yeah, this will probably be better to do once I actually... Like, this is a prime example of a situation where, yeah, like, especially if I have my Enigma, I'm going to want to swap cast my teleport because I'm going to be using that a lot in WSK, or if I ever farm WSK. And that double tele bug is just too annoying for repositioning. I'll probably start using Whirlwind on my left click. And, yeah, it's going to be Whirlwind left click and then teleport right. I think that's how most people do it anyway, so be out of the ordinary by any means. Okay, not bad, not bad. Nice. Alright, and these are probably the last batches of monsters, so I just need to just do my thing. Ah, for fuck's sake. Yeah, and these ghosts are annoying too. They're immune to physical, so I need to berserk them. And if I run out of mana potions and I can't do that, probably need a specialized like set of belt columns for that. Like I should have like 2 columns of mana potions and 2 of the juice if I'm farming this area, because otherwise I just get mana drained, and that's way too painful. You consider whirl left click, search loot right click? Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll try that actually. That's a really good suggestion actually. Let's see, where's my berserk at anyway? Okay, F4. Yeah, there you go. Find item. There you go. Let's get started now. Well, I think part of the issue here is I don't have... Oh, my thing just wore off. Yeah, what I was saying was if I'm on Nagistaff and I accidentally start spamming Whirlwind, that might be a problem, but... Oh, wow, oh, hooey, that's a lot of, Oh yeah, no wonder I'm not spamming Whirlwind, it's because it's on left click now, oops. Okay, well, I might actually be able to make it out of here alive, so that's kinda good. Also just realized I have 80% light res, so that's also pretty useful. Okay, good. Okay. And then after I do this bail run, I might try to do pits. And then after pits, I think I might, can I call it an evening? Don't mean to disappoint all y'all, but yeah, I want the, if I do start these runs, I want it to be in a separate stream, to be honest, I think. Just because I want to divvy it up like that. The main focus for today was these remaining 50 runs that I've been meaning to do for so long. I'm just happy that I finally got to do them, just like I wanted. That's not bad for, well, let's say for almost full clearing WSK3 and Throne, like a 6-minute run, or Well, it actually only took me 4 minutes to do WSK3. I mean, I know, like, if it's like a Javzon, they do it in like a minute. See, Necros. Or if it were like other caster builds, probably 2-3 minutes. But I'm quite happy with 4 so far. It's pretty solid. It's a good idea to have them separate. Yeah, thanks, dude. Yeah, I did want to separate the stream. Like today's focus for Duri, and then next stream's focus for not like Trav, of course. Although unfortunately, like I'm not, you know, in most seasons that I've like even the like running Duri, I think there was one day I ran like 300 Duris, and a couple days I ran like 200 Duris. I don't know if I'll be able to find a day where I do like 200 Travs or 300 Travs. Like I don't know. To be honest, like, the new season's coming out for Slash in like a couple of weeks, or in like a couple of months, I mean. It's like, what, 10 weeks? I don't really know how that's going to, Okay, yeah, not bad. There you go. The new season for Slash is coming out in 10 weeks. I don't know if I'll be able to do 2,000 runs before then. I was expecting to have more time to do these runs. And I was also expecting them to be a lot shorter, but they're not, so that's just the situation. Oh yeah, there you go, Vale. Come on, drop me something. Drop me a D-Web, you know? Because why not? I've done plenty to deserve this for Christmas. Like I got any other Christmas presents anyway. I have 80 CB. I just want to check this out. Yeah, 50% CB. Yeah, 50% CB. Oh, there you go. What the fuck? Okay, sure. I don't know what that was just now, but sure. Also, this is Bale, so I have a really low chance to hit him. Probably should be bossing with this guy, but whatever. Okay, let's try pits now. Been on a good roll. And then after pits, I don't know. I think I might just call it there. I'll think about if I want to do anything else, but yeah, I think that should be it for me for now. Maybe I'll try to do a Chaos run for fun too. I haven't tried that yet. Running Chaos with this guy. Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm so used to right-click wool, and it's going to be tough to adjust. What? Okay. Collect the Ogre Maul to drop from Vale. Why would I do this? I have like tons of Ogre Mauls, IK Mauls. Please, you want me? Okay, sure. Let me finish up here, and then I'll go and collect it. Well, actually, hold on a sec. Alright, you know what, I got a better idea. You want me to go collect it. I'll go collect it with my other character or something. Okay. Let's see. There we go.
Where can I take you?
Okay, there. Okay, I picked up the Ogre Maul. Why do you want an Ogre Maul, though? What the hell? When I get out? Just had a feeling it might be beneficial. A feeling that it might be beneficial to pick up this Ogre Maul. Oh shit! Oh, okay, I almost died there. I tried to pop a Rejuve while I was in Rolling form, but I can't do that. So, there you go. That's better. Okay. Oh yeah, they have Mana Burn too. That's cute. Okay, well. So what do you want me to do with it anyway, Frederick? Because I already picked it up, so now I don't know. I don't know what else you had in mind for me. Hey, superior diadem. 3 open sockets. Oh boy, oh boy. Alright. I was finding you can salvage it. Was only for triggering the RNG. Okay, I see. Okay, too lazy to go and kill all of them, but I think I killed most of them, so that's fine. This is a nice set of pits too. It's mostly one directional, so that's good. Come to think of it, I feel like the last time I found an orange box was when I was playing with my druid in AT. Like, a real orange box, not this rack and sad sash shit. Okay. There we go. I think that's it for me. In here, at least. This area. I haven't had much to say this today for this pits run in particular. Where else can I go farm? I feel like there's an area that I'm missing. Oh yeah, Chaos. That's what it was I was saying. I want to do a Chaos run. See how long it takes me to do a full clear Chaos, or of Chaos. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Wow, I'm actually plowing through these guys pretty quickly. That's good. Carol looks pretty solid. Yeah, it's looking pretty good, actually. I do say so myself. Definitely not as quick as casters, of course, but as far as the melee character is concerned, it's really doing its job. It's hitting really hard, and yeah, the trav runs for sure are going to be, should be pretty smooth. The only concern I have, well, the main concerns I have is chilling armor proccing and causing shatter. The other problem is that my runs are like 40 seconds, and I really don't like that. I want to somehow get them to like 30. And where there's a will, there's a way, I think. Although maybe I might need Enigma for that. Like, not sure yet. I have to do a little bit more research or practice, probably. So an orange box is what you would like to see dropping good. Zui? I don't know what that means. Yeah, I would like to see a nice orange box in the form of, like, griffins or something along those lines. Yeah, that'd be great. Here's the thing, too. To be honest, like... To be honest, I kind of want to... Once I get Enigma, I want to see how quickly I can do a seal bug run of Chaos, because that might also be a very feasible way for a barb to be getting high runes quickly. Since I think a lot of the complaints that people have about the barb is that they can't do volume farming, but I'm kind of curious to see if I can make them a good rune farmer off of, like, popping the seals. They can kill all the seals really easily since they have melee or physical damage. So unless Infector of Souls spawns with, like, Stone Skin, he'll kill pretty much everything. It's pretty good though. I think I've... Now these Venom Lords actually stand no chance. This is insane. Expect it to be so effective. Oh, small charm, cool. I think this will be a 4-minute run total once I make it to the end. Well, minus the B kill. But that's a lot. That's even better than what some people are capable of for a full clear of Chaos. So, just to see what wins I can get here. Ooh, yep. Wow, we just get annihilated. That's crazy. Alright, here we go. The Dwarf Star is almost mortal right now. So I don't have to worry about getting toasted by Infernos. There you go. Wow, that was pretty good. You know what? I'll just pop. Well, let's say 330 quickly. I just want to go backtrack and see how many monsters I missed, because that was like not really a full clear, but I killed like a good chunk of the monsters. I'd say maybe like 70 to 80% of the monsters. Skipped a few on the way, and this is all without Enigma. Although granted, if I do have Enigma, then I have to give up Fortitude, which gives a shit ton of damage. So I don't know how that's gonna work. Maybe. Yeah, missed out on like 12 or 13 monsters, but I've plowed through a good chunk of the other ones. Alright. Actually, didn't even hurt some of these corpses either. Alright. Maybe I'll try a mock seal glitch run after this. That sounds like something I can do. Oh, the other thing too. Oh, what? He's dead? Oh shit. Okay. I mean, that's I guess what happens when you're this decked out with double grief and whatnot. Yeah, I totally didn't even realize he dies so quickly. Just looking to see what else I can do here. Oh wow! Now that is a nice charm. 7 MF, 15 to mana. Wow. Okay. That makes 2 of these. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Now, oh yeah, Seal Glitch Chaos. That's what I was trying to do in the first place. Ooh, GG. Thing looks worth a respect token. Oh yeah, totally, dude. 7 MF, 15 mana SC. Needs another respect token. Totally. Totally. Yeah. Alright. Well, let's do this again. Give it another try. And see what we can do with a seal glitch, or attempt to seal glitch. Although, here's the problem with attempting to seal glitch. Right now I only have 69 charges, or 69 charges and 30 FCR. No, it's 55% FCR. Where am I getting FCR from? The hell? Oh yeah, Fortitude gives me FCR, of course. Yeah, well, it's kind of interesting. If I had one other FCR ring, maybe I could push it to 63 FCR breakpoint. That might do me some wonders. Because right now I'm in a seal glitch, and I can maybe get, like, I definitely am not going to be able to get all of the monsters, but I can give it a try, see how far I get. Also, I might run out of charges partway through. Those are the 2 things I gotta look out for. Uh-oh. Oh, he's immune to phys. Okay, yeah, fuck that. Well, I forgot that Grand Vizier of Chaos could also spawn physical immune. Huh. Well, go figure.
What do you mean?
Give that another try. I was wondering why he wasn't dying. That was kind of shitty. There you go. So that's 1 set of monsters. This will be 2 sets of monsters. There you go. Oh boy. Okay, I gotta pop a rejuve before I potentially get mauled there. Is he? He's fucking physical immune, ain't he? Yeah, I can see that physical immune on his ass. Alright, well, I mean... There you go. Okay. Well, this is as close to a seal glitch run as I can get, I guess. Oh no, I ran out of charges. Oh, this is so awkward. Okay. Well, I mean, it's feasible. It's feasible. Oh, look at that! I still managed to get a small charm and a GC. See? Who's the real winner now? Oh, that's just amazing. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's how you do it. I still can't believe I ran out of charges partway through, but hey, you know what? Yeah, okay. None of those guys dropped anything. Yeah, no worries. Seal glitch run totally doable with a Natchez staff. Oh, that's so dumb. Wow. Oh, there you go. That's Sharkskin Belt. Wonderful, wonderful. Ooh, 20 lifer. Huh. 20 life with poison damage. Perfect for PvP, which I don't yet do, but... Alright, well... Not bad. Not gonna lie, I sort of enjoyed that, actually. See if we can get that, get this down a little bit more. Kind of enjoyed that seal glitch run. But, yeah, once I get a solid seal glitch run, I'm gonna call it, because that's, I think I've hit a point which I'm pretty happy with ending off on. Scout dive, that'd be great. That is a lot of monsters. And I'm dead. Okay, well. I was gonna actually try to pop a rejuve, but of course if I'm in the middle of Whirlwind, I can't. And they had Fanat, and I really don't know if there's anything I could have really done about that. I guess the only thing I could have really done there is if I had my Merc. He would have popped Reaper's Toll, and that would have made this a lot easier to deal with, for sure. Oh well, yeah, I think I'm good for now. Lost a lot of gold off of that, but what else is new? Alright guys, well, that was fun. Hope you all enjoyed tuning in. I'm gonna be getting that post up hopefully right after I drop my stream. Once again, that was something I want to do off stream. Don't want to bore you guys with the details. So that was why you had Whirlwind on the right click? Partially yes. Partially yes. Any items for trade? Probably all of them. But yeah, I mean, that's why I like to have Whirlwind on right click instead of left click. Because with left click I prefer having throw on it so my guy doesn't get sent into Whirlwind animation or attack animation, right? Like throw will, if I don't have a weapon to throw with, then my guy will just sit there and look at them, which is kind of what I want. But I mean, at some point I'm gonna need to get used to having Whirlwind on left click and teleport on right click once I have Enigma, because that's sort of how things are supposed to work. So really sorry. Oh, don't apologize for that character death happening. It's not like it's hardcore or anything. It's exactly a silly situation like that why I don't play hardcore. It gives me the freedom to play around with this without risk or, you know, fear of dying, I guess. Yeah, so Nicola was asking for Iraqs, but of course those are always in high demand. I sold both for 1.5 weeks ago. So sorry about that. Yeah, but thanks for tuning in, Fred. I appreciate you hanging out, giving some suggestions, just overall, just interacting with me. I mean, usually not, or usually don't have people to hang out with me from, you know, an hour from the end of the stream all the way to the end. Hopefully the next time you come back, if you come back later on, I will be doing more of these silly runs. It's going to be Trav, and I think right now I'm at 40 seconds on these Trav runs, but it's nothing that I'm really proud of. I do want to up those speeds, but I think that'll have to be once I get my Enigma. I appreciate this. Oh, well, yeah, that's good to hear. Glad to hear that you tuned in and enjoyed it. You did see my the results of my 1,000 runs, though, right? Like, I don't remember if you were here when I went over the 1,000 Duri runs or after. I think you got here before, but in case you didn't, I can go over them briefly. That's what I started with. Okay, well. Okay, great. So that was like a 42-second run, although I was spamming gold pickup on all of those, so. Alright, yeah, I think there's definitely some room for improvement, for sure. And it's, well, we'll see. We'll see what I come up with. But first things first, I gotta, I guess, get that post set up with all of my finds. And then probably this evening I gotta close out the trade on the cold facet, which somebody offered an ohm for. And then probably I'm gonna put up my poison facet, 5/5 poison facet for trade, and see how much people are willing to offer for that. So that's what I'm gonna head off and do. Guys, once again, thank you for watching. I hope you had fun tuning in, and that you enjoyed the stream. But yeah, next time I'm here will probably be next week when I start doing the Trav runs, and I'm hoping to start hammering those Trav runs. It's kind of my plan. So see you next time. Yeah, same to you, Moon Chalet, and everyone else who watched as well. Best of luck in 2020 and just in this upcoming decade. Hope RNG treats you well and that your finds are great for those of you who are still farming as we speak. It's overpay. HF, that's funny. Anyway, but yeah, enough of that. Happy 2020. Yes, same to you, Nicola. Yeah, and thanks everyone for tuning in. So I guess I'll see you around on Slash, on the subreddit and in-game, and hopefully when I start my stream up again next week. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Yes, have a great 2020. Same to you, Frederick. Thanks again for watching and interacting. But yeah, next time will be Trav. Thanks everyone for tuning in. This is DDD2, signing out.